Yo, what's up, y'all? Yo, I am I am so mad at myself right now. I am so mad at myself. Do you fucking know? I was sitting here talking all that time for 20 minutes and wasn't and thought I was live. I'm sitting here shouting y'all out. I'm like, what's up, Ty? What's up, Deep? What's up, 144? What's up, Arm? What's up, Meat? Info, Kings? What's you know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here thinking I'm live because it said I was live, but the thing wasn't connected, and I didn't know because I'm on a new computer. I'm used to doing this shit from the cell phone, and I'm wondering why. What the? Yo, I am mad at myself. I'm sitting here like, yo, why nobody engaging in the chat? And I'm sitting here like, is my mic on? And that's what made me just check the joint and shit. So I apologize about that, y'all. So y'all ain't hear nothing I said. Wow. Wow. Well, let me start over. I started the show off. I was playing T.I. of a Son new song called Miss Jackson. And that song is definitely hot. It's hot. The flow, it kind of reminded me of Andre 3000. And a little bit of J. Cole. Like he basically was talking to 50 Cent, Dead Mama about 50 Cent, but it was a smooth diss record, if that makes sense. You dig what I'm saying? A smooth diss record. He was definitely doing his thing. Yeah, I apologize. I'm sitting here. Yeah, see, when you get new computers and stuff like that, I'm so used to when you click live, that's it. And now I see it. Now I see the microphone thing. Yeah, I'm a real idiot. God damn it. You gotta remember, I haven't used a computer with StreamYards in like years. I always use my cell phone. So um we good now. So yeah, Meek, I did answer your question. It's obvious you didn't hear it. But I asked you, you asked me, did I ever come across the video? Did I ever speak on the video with Tracy Morgan when he told the bum that he was friends with, he wasn't giving him no money? Um, yeah, I spoke on that before, Meek. Basically, what I said was Tracy Morgan did nothing wrong. Dude was a bully. And he bullied them when they were growing up. Now that Tracy Morgan up and got that paper, now all of a sudden you want a handout. So Tracy Morgan, as far as I'm concerned, he don't owe that man nothing. That man treated him like shit when they was younger. See, this is why you always treat people that you're around with respect, because you never know if you're gonna need them later on in life. You never know if you're gonna need them. You might need them later on in life, and it's obvious he's homeless. He needed some bread, and Tracy Morgan was like, "Fuck out of here," because Tracy Morgan living his best life. This man, he got a new sitcom out. He living off that Walmart money, which I ain't mad at him. That man almost died for that paper. He almost died. And I mean, we know, let's keep it real, fellas. And ladies. Ladies know. Ladies definitely know. Tracy Morgan ain't the most handsome dude. You know, got that big ass stomach, ain't the most handsome guy. He pulling up with some hotties. Bread, let me tell you something. Money and celebrity will get you in the door of things that you always wanted to do. And granted, I personally wouldn't want that attention, knowing that a woman only with me for bread. But these guys don't care. They like, hey, I'm this is what I'm gonna fuck with. This is what I'm gonna do. So they like, hey, let's get it. Let's get it. You know what I mean? So shout out Tracy Morgan, man, for doing his thing. I saw the first episode of his new sitcom, and it wasn't bad so far. I'm definitely going to check it out and support it, and all that good shit. But yeah, TGIF, baby, happy Friday. I hope everybody is going to enjoy your weekend. Some people got paid today, some people off the weekend, whatever. You know what I mean? Like Friday be a good day for a lot of people. The weather going to break soon, next couple months. I can't wait, and that's what it is with that. But yeah, it's a lot of people, they have a problem with like speaking on the dead and stuff like that. And this is how I feel about it. Like, if you weren't respecting the person when they were here, when a person died, rest in peace to him. I hope that it is an afterlife. But like people, because I seen King got another freestyle. He got a picture of 50 Cent deceased mama on his shirt. Can't tell a person how to troll once you troll them. So it is what it is. But shout out to King Brother. That Miss Jackson song, if you didn't hear it, I played it when I first started the show, but evidently y'all didn't hear it because the mic wasn't connected. That's I'm really feeling that song. Like it got a good vibe to it, real good vibe to it. But yeah, anybody watching the playback, the first 20 minutes is silence. I apologize for that. God damn it, I'm sitting here talking away, and I was saying some real shit too. I'm mad as hell. Oh man! And I was watching an interview. I think it's an older interview with Rizza Islam and Ari Spears, right? And Rizza Islam broke the thing down with Obama, and he broke it down why like a lot of that shit wasn't Obama's fault, because basically what he was saying, to sum it up, is that they only let presidents do so much, and they put agendas in there right before you even come in office that you have to follow by. Now, I don't regret voting for Obama. Now, he did push that homosexual agenda a little too much, for my taste. Even if they wanted him to do that. That's why Trump, basically, they be mad at Trump, because Trump do what he want to do. He don't go by the script. He do what the fuck he want to do. And that's one thing about him that I do respect, because he outspoken and he do what he want to do. Yeah, man. Deep, what's the deal, bro? What's the deal? Yeah, I'm sitting here talking. I'm like, what the fuck? But we got it right. We got it straight. We got it right. So what y'all think about that song, Miss Jackson? That Miss Jackson song, he did the 50 Cent Baby Mama, man. That like, I never paid no attention to T.I. other son. I didn't even, to be honest with you, I didn't even know he had another son. I don't really follow T.I. like that. And he got a nice flow, way better than King. King. I think King should basically, like, whatever businesses T.I. have, get into the family business or something. You know what I mean? No disrespect to King, but now one thing King will probably be great at. Now this is just for entertainment purposes. So y'all know how I do. I talk my shit, but King got one of the biggest mouths I ever seen in my life. Like when he be talking, open his mouth, almost like a cartoon character. And I know women, ladies, I know King could probably suck some good pussy. I mean, he probably could suck two pussies at the same time. His mouth so big, like two women could lay like next to each other, and he could just open his mouth and just do both of them. I mean, because I'm like, why his mouth is so big like that? Like, what the fuck? And somebody online said this was fucked up though. They said, yeah, Tiny was beautiful back in the day, and then she fucked herself up with the surgeries, and then they was like, well, how the fuck King look like how Tanya look now? How Tanya look now? And I was like, that's fucked up. But I heard that she had a stroke. I don't know if that's true, but I heard she had a stroke. That's why she did stuff to her face. No, stroke don't make you get a BBL. But I have nothing negative to say about that woman, because at the end of the day, that's T.I. lover, and that's all that matters. And I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I respect that shit. Like that woman ain't never did shit to me. So especially if a woman had a stroke, you know what I mean? I would never make fun of no shit like that. Now as far as King, I ain't got nothing against King neither. It's just that mouth of his is just crazy. Like literally, like he talk a lot of shit. He got a big mouth, and I'm like, he might as well use that mouth to make money and shit, man. He could be the pussy sucking connoisseur. He could do like pussy sucking like tutorials, so that way people can learn how to eat pussy from King. King could do homemade abortions if he wanted to. He could put the abortion clinics out of business. He could just slurp them motherfuckers, out and shit. Good luck to a woman trying to kiss his ass. Boy, that bitch gonna be drenched. She gonna be drenched. It's like, no, let me stop, man. Let me stop. But I was like, God damn, boy. Jesus Christ. Let me tell you something. King better not ever go to jail. Listen, it's a lot of homo thugs in jail. I never knew that until I worked in the prison. I heard the stories, but I never knew that it was really like that until I worked in the prison. Like it's dudes in there that's some scary dudes that's gay. Like, and you like, what the fuck? You would never fucking know. I remember one time it was this Muslim dude. He's supposed to be this tough Muslim guy. I thought he was a cool dude. This motherfucker, we had to put him in a hole because this motherfucker kept taking advantage of this little African dude that came there, right? And he was in there for something stupid too. It was like indecent exposure, some other little stuff. He what happened was I read his file. He had smoked some K2. And the K2 was fucked up and it messed his brain up. So I had him doing stupid shit. And he wasn't hurt. He wasn't harm or fly, man. This dude was you know, and he was making the dude suck his dick. And I remember he came to me and told me one day, he was like begging me to help him. And you know, we helped him or whatever. And I can't say what we did, you know what I mean? Because we got, you know, you read between the lines, street justice. Because I didn't like that he was taking advantage of that guy. And I'm sitting back like, these dudes in here is fucking homos, especially them dudes that got a lot of time. So imagine if King was in there with that big mouth. Oh my God, King. Let me tell you something. Don't do nothing to go to jail. Like seriously, like please, King, don't do nothing to go to jail because they gonna have their way with you. They ain't gonna give a fuck about you being T.I. daddy. You gonna be somebody else's daddy. Somebody else is gonna be your daddy. Real talk. But yeah, I think he should get into like a OnlyFans like tutorial how to eat coochie because I ain't never seen a mouth that fucking big before in my fucking life. I said, Jesus Christ. But I respect that he's standing up for his mama as he should. And he trolling 50. I'm here for it because 50 deserved that smoke. I mean, this man got a picture made of 50 mama and put it on his shirt and did a freestyle. Like he trolling. And that other song, that Miss Jackson song that the other brother did, that shit fire. That flow, I actually added it to my playlist and shit. You know, Darren, what's the deal, bro? 23, what's good? Pool, what's the deal? Will, what's going on? Top of the morning. Ain't that how Bosco's doing? Top of the morning, blood. Queen Street, blood. Stuff with the weed, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Pause, blood, pause. You ain't got a profile pic, blood. Yeah, the block, blood. You ain't got a profile pic. Look at your taper, blood. Look at your haircut, blood. Look at your taper, blood. This dude, blood. I'm like, Bosco, you're a good roaster. Don't get me wrong, but dude, every time all you gotta do is hold a mirror up to him, nigga. You just hold a mirror up to him, and it's over. It's a wrap. Like that nigga got a two-tonish nose. How your nose two different colors? That motherfucker's so wide. They got a different area code nose, fucking colors. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that motherfucker look like the side of somebody's asshole. Like that's just an unflattering looking kind of guy. And then got them tattoos on his face, and he just looked disgusting, man. Like certain people just need to chill. Like you should do black screen videos at all times. How you roasting people when you look like that? Like every time I see that nigga, I just want to grab his nose and go honk honk. Like Jesus Christ! I guess when you look like that, you gotta have a good mouth game and do what you do to talk shit because that nigga look horrible. I'm sorry, I just gotta keep 100, man. Top of the morning, blood. He's like, yeah, yeah, blood, yeah. These Star Boys, Block, Star Boys. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Jesus Christ. I was like, man, he is definitely in the Hall of Fame of noses. That motherfucker, that thing, he got enough nose for like two and a half people. I was like, Jesus, man, I know when he get a cold, it's over with. That nigga using all the goddamn toilet paper and paper towels. You know, we thought Carcino had a big nose. Shit, Bosco got that nigga beat. Him and Carcino, the Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, the noses. They can definitely And I don't care nobody say. I know some women sat on them niggas' noses before and grinded on that shit. You know what I mean? For real. That kinky sex, that nose loving. You gotta have it. You know what I mean? You gotta have that motherfucker. Roll that nose around, keep rolling. Shit. If I had a big nose like that, I'd utilize that motherfucker too. Why not? Shit. I'll be rubbing my nose on that clit. You like that, baby? You like that? Oh, you like that, baby? Get that nose loving. Shit. For real. What they say to the boy, get that fucking yam off your face. he said, why are you yelling? Why are you yelling? Weirdos, man. Weirdos blood. Inglewood blood. But no, let me stop roasting Bosco, man. Shit, it's a roast every day when you look in the mirror and shit. You know what I mean? For real. Oh yeah, I forgot about KRS-One. You ain't never lied. Yeah, BDP. Damn it. Yeah, shout out to KRS-One. But yeah, Bosco, that joint look crazy and shit, man. that nigga like a fucking African voodoo doll that was made and shit. Like, it's just, oh man, let me stop, man. I'm behaving myself. It's Friday. I'm in a good mood. Today, man. So I feel like talking my shit. Ain't nothing personal. I ain't got nothing against Bosco and then the Yam Master. He roasts people. Shit. That motherfucker be roasting, man. Shit. Listen, he got a classic roast against Hassan and B Stinger that I still listen to this. We played it the other day. Classic. He be roasting people all the time in the chat room. Talking about their haircuts and shit. And nigga still living in the bait. Still living with his. Don't he still live with his mom and shit? I remember one time, or it might have been his woman. Somebody had hollered at him and said something to him. But no, man. Will, what's the deal, man? What's the deal? Cable folk. Kings. You said bag of blow. Hate to see him coming. You ain't never fucking lied. Oh man, shit. He could snort a whole. He could snort a whole fucking cartel with that nose. Jesus Christ. Oh, I gotta see what that is, American Bull. I gotta see what that. I gotta look that person up. It was some chick that live in Philly. She a big sports fan, and she used to call the radio show all the time, and then they showed her on the news. Deep might know who I'm talking about. Her name's Shirley. She got a big ass fucking nose too. Yeah, Shirley knows crazy. Yeah, her shit crazy, the motherfucker. that thing wild. But you can't listen. It's just jokes. At the end of the day, you can't help how you're born. You can't help your your physical features. So this is just all in fun, man. You know, because at the end of the day, it's somebody that's gonna like Bosco big ass nose, and they're gonna love to sit on that nose and come on them nostrils and shit. So just like with King big ass mouth, they're gonna love it. Some women gonna love that shit, especially if you get a woman with a big wolf pussy. If she got a big wolf pussy, right, and she spread her legs, he can suck. Listen, King mouth so big, he could just slurp the whole thing. Like you won't even see nothing. Like the whole area, like it's gone. You know what I mean? You just see him there and shit with his lips and shit. Oh man, shit. Mr. Taylor, what's the deal? The lip smacker. Raw, what's the deal? What's popping? What's going on? Make sure y'all hit that like. Yeah, Eagle Shirley. You know what I'm talking about, D. Yeah. Don't that bitch got a big ass nose? You say you finally caught it live. That's what's up. Salute. Yeah, man. It's it's all listen. I get that raw talk over here mixed with some jokes, but it's all love, man. I ain't got no beef with nobody. It's all love. Now, there's certain people I don't like, but it ain't no real beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like Lennon Honor, but it ain't no real beef. Like, you know what I mean? I don't wish no downfall. You know, ain't nothing like that. But yeah. Somebody hit me on Instagram last night, was asking me. They must have heard my live, and they was asking me about the Umar shit. They want me to go do the skit, and I'm like, look, nigga, and I ain't saying this to be smart. This is the last time I'm gonna say it because I don't like repeating myself because I'm not a disc jockey. If you want me to do the Umar skit, hit the Cash App. It's that fucking simple. Like what is that? What is it? I'm not trying to be smart, but what is it that you don't understand? You pay everybody else. You give everybody else fucking cash apps and super chats, but then when you want me to do something for you, but you don't want to pay, fuck out of here, man. Like, nigga, my cash app, $ Monty Woodgrain, is on my channel, the link, whatever. It's the same cash app for years. You want me to do the skit? Respect my time. You want me to drive from Philly to Delaware and got to drive back and do the skit? I'm not monetized. So I can see, even if I was monetized, but if I'm doing something extra out my way, if you want to see it, then, hit the cash app, nigga. If not, then, it is what it is. It's not going to make or break me whether I do the shit or not. I told you, Umar to me is comedy. He's my comedy relief. Him and Charleston White is my comedy relief. That motherfucker, him, Ari Spears, Charleston White, and Umar Johnson, the three guys that I like to watch for comedy. That motherfuckers make me laugh. Straight up. Yeah. You say you don't really see nothing wrong with a child looking like a normal kid. If you ask me, talking about the T.I. son, well, he's not. Everybody keep calling him a kid. He's 21 years old. That's a grown ass man. He's a grown man. Yo, Poole said his nose look like it's supposed to come with fake glasses. It damn sure do. The little nose disguise joint. It do. Bosco nose do look like that. Like that shit, like not real and shit. Like I just want to take it off. Like, give me that. Bosco nose. Get over here, blood. Get over here, blood. It damn sure do look like that. Oh man, you ain't. Yeah, but T.I.'s son a grown ass man. Listen, I ain't got nothing against the boy. I like that he roasted 50. Fuck 50. But that don't mean I ain't gonna crack my jokes. Still gonna crack my jokes. That motherfucker got a mouth that can suck the shit out of some pussy, boy. I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to learn. That motherfucker got that. What was that pastor that got caught on camera eating the girl pussy and ass out? Pastor Wilson. Shit, he got Pastor Wilson beat. But I ain't gonna lie, Pastor Wilson made me step my game up. When I saw that video, the way that motherfucker was moving that tongue, he was moving that tongue like a goddamn fucking snake. He moved that tongue. Listen, he had that hurricane tongue. I ain't never seen a motherfucker tongue move like that. That's that old school player right there. Pastor Wilson. I never forget that little dizzy bitch going to record him and put it out there. This man blessing you with a solid toss and a pussy suck. You got the 2-for-1 combo, and you had the nerve to expose him. What kind of broad does that? He put that tongue in that bitch butt. That bitch said, "Ooh." She made the ugly sound. "Ooh." She said, "Oh." I said, "Damn." I said, that motherfucker, old school player there, he had no fear. I can't just put my tongue on nobody's butt like that. Like, you know what I mean? I gotta wash you up personally for me to even think about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Old school player, he ain't give a fuck about getting shit on his tongue. He ain't care. Getting that bacteria on that tongue and shit. That motherfucker said, did that action and shit. I said, oh, this is how you do it. That motherfucker was a pussy eating machine. For real. Jay Samuels. What's the deal? That motherfucker was a machine. Yeah, motherfucker, I think that shit go on Fear Factor. Ain't no way in the world I'm just willy-nilly putting my tongue in somebody's fucking dookie shoe. You gotta be kidding me. Hell no. I gotta know that thing fresh. Cause you know how I go. When that butthole get wet, that means it's gonna be some skid marks. Think about it. If you sweating, it's the truth. It's for everybody. If you walking in the market, let's say you're walking for a while, a couple hours, you're in the mall, get a wet wipe and wipe your butt. I guarantee there's gonna be something on there. So imagine she's sweating and Pastor Wilson putting that tongue in there. That means he getting Mr. Hanky remnants all over his tongue. Hell no, I think that shit fresh, bitch. Matter of fact, for real, if I'm gonna do it, I'd rather just do it in the shower. After I wash your ass out with that Dove soap, real good. And then I might do it in the shower then. But shit, fuck that. Getting dookie on my goddamn tongue. Hell no. I had an old coworker that happened to him. His dumb ass is he a Mexican dude. He he actually told us this story, which I would have kept that. I'd have took that to the grave. This motherfucker said, I remember it verbatim. We was on tier 2, walking the beat, and we was talking. And this motherfucker said he was with this shorty. His name was Phil, too. I'm gonna put him out there. Phil. He was eating our pussy out. He said he was eating our pussy out. He said it was in the dark or something. He said he was eating our pussy out, and then he said all of a sudden he called it pudding. He said he had pudding on his tongue. I said, pudding? What are you talking about? And then he looked at me. I said, ew, you had shit on your tongue? I was like, what the? I wouldn't have told that story. I said, that bitch wasn't clean. She wasn't clean. So you know me, I started fucking with her. I said, how it taste? You all right, man? You all right? I said, nigga, you the one told me you had pudding on you called it pudding. This nigga called it pudding. Like, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Ain't no fucking way in the world, man. Yeah, real talk. Like we said, that probably was a fetish and shit. Yeah, he tried to play it off and shit. Yeah, nigga, you like eating shit. No, I'm cool. I'm good off that. Like any type of smell make my dick go soft. I'm straight. I can't do it. But you got some nasty people out here that's into that though. Like you know, you got women that like to be peed on, and because most women, to be honest with y'all, the ladies know I ain't lying. This to the fellas, and some of the fellas know this. Most women like to be slutted out when you're having sex with them. They want you to grab them shoulders, grab their neck, choke them, talk shit to them. That's when you can get away with calling them all types of names. You know what I mean? Like women like that shit. For real. I know, right? 23 say he's sure he never forgot the taste. I bet he didn't. Motherfucker called it pudding. Get that Jello pudding pop pudding. Shit. Ain't no way in the fucking world. But yeah, fellas, we got to be more aggressive with women in the bedroom because they like that shit. Your wife, your girlfriend, your side piece, whoever you messing with, they like that aggressive shit. They do. Because sometimes, fellas, we get in that mode. We might not be as crazy with our wives or whatever, but no, they like that shit. They want you to choke them, talk shit to them. All that, and make some noise, fellas. I stop trying to be masculine. Listen to me. I ain't saying you gotta moan like a woman, but make noise. Women like that shit. I've always been a moaner. That shit feel good. I'm moaning. Fuck that. They like that shit, fellas. Listen to me. I'm telling you. Because think about it. Reverse it. Let's say you having sex with a woman and she making no noise. How that's gonna make you feel? I don't know about you, but that turns me off. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I ain't doing my job, or like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Because you get some women that are like that. They're just quiet. They don't really make a lot of noise. You know what I mean? I ran across like 2 in my life like that, and I didn't like it. And I actually said to the woman, I said, damn, the dick ain't good? And she said, well, if it wasn't good, I wouldn't have been keep fucking with you. I said, yeah, you got a point there. You fuck with me for like 5-6 months, traveling to come see me, but still. Like you just laying there with your eyes closed, like bitch. Like, I want to like show me something. I had to leave that weirdo alone, man. She's a cold weirdo. Cold weirdo. Yeah, I heard that they said some men enjoy getting peed on. Not me. I don't know. That I'm good. That's disgusting. That's out of pocket. Motherfuckers ain't got their fathers for that. They ain't got their fathers for that. I couldn't believe that. She made me so mad, and I only kept messing with her because she was nice. She was nice looking. Now, one thing I will say, she did well. She was swallowing them babies pretty good, so I give her credit on that. She swallowed them babies good, every drop. But to be honest, when I look back on her, pussy was kind of garbage. Really, it really wasn't that good. She was just attractive, and it was like she didn't make Like she once in the blue, she'd go, ooh. Like it was just, and I had told her, I said, yo, man, I don't feel right, you know. And I was just like, that's on you, bitch, because she was traveling like 2 hours to come see me. So it must have been something I was doing right, but she was just a weirdo. And I was like, no, I'd let that broad go, man. I was like, and then when we started having conversations, when one day when she told me, she said, well, because she lived in Virginia. She lived in like the beginning part of Virginia. So where she stayed at, her apartment was expensive, you know, because she lived right outside of Washington. So she was telling me, you know, she lived with her and her daughter, right? So we was talking about this, you know, with like splitting bills and stuff like that. And she was like, "Oh, if a man lived with me and he only paying half the bills, what's the point? That's like having a roommate." That's when I left her dumb ass. I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna leave this dry pussy ass bitch alone," because I said that ain't making no goddamn sense. I said, so I told her, I said, let me get this straight. So you paying like $2,800 a month for rent, right? So a motherfucker can knock that in half to about 1,400. You got a problem with that? So you'd rather pay the whole 2,800, but wouldn't want to lower your bills. I was like, yeah, you's a cold weirdo. I see why your ass ain't moaning. You's a cold weirdo. I was like, oh hell no. And the crazy part about it, y'all seen her before. Y'all seen the girl before. All my regulars that been following me for a long time. I put her in one of my skits. Um, I give you a hint. It was a Dr. Umar skit from years ago, and it was two different girls in the skit in the same skit. I ain't gonna tell you which one. That ain't my style, but you can do the math. I mean, y'all wasn't stupid anyway, because she was in more than one of my skits. Actually, she was in my Nino Brown skit when she was feeding me the grapes. Grape. He was like, "Let me tell you something." You know, Nino Brown need to be stopped. Listen, he be entertaining sometimes, but Nino Brown, you know, I think I'm gonna hit him up on Instagram or Facebook. I'm gonna hit him up directly. I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna say, "Bro, can you do me a favor?" And I'm so serious with this. I'm not joking. Can you put on a man bra? Because nigga be having the Versace robes on, and I always see his titties like flopping and shit. That shit it offends me. So it's like put an extra tight tank top on, or you know, something to hold them motherfuckers up, man. It's like you being disrespectful, man. You know, it's out of pocket. It's out of pocket. You know, they got them big mama titties and shit. You got the nigga on the verge of Weezy Jefferson tits. Like he bugging. But you know, some of this commentary be funny. It be all right, but that nigga, man, damn titties out. Like, what the fuck is you doing? Like, what type time you on? Motherfuckers ain't got their fathers, man. Yo, shout out to Country Wayne, man. I've listened to what Amon Shepard said on Club Shay Shay, and he said Country Wayne paid very well with them skits, man. He give motherfuckers like some of the top ones that be on there getting paid. They said Amber getting like 50,000 a month. The boy Mike and Chase getting like 100,000 a month. Like, you know what I mean? Like, salute the Country Wayne, man. Like he taking care of his people, man. That's dope. That's dope. Chucky, what's the deal? That's real dope, man. I definitely, you know, I was like, wow, that's love. But I definitely be watching them Jones too. It's some of the storylines is definitely keep you engaged, and then you know some of them I be hating the characters. That's how you know they doing a good job. Like some of the characters be pissing me off and shit, and I gotta remind myself it's just a skit. You know, just just a skit. It ain't real. And But some of them, you be like, mother, you know how that go. Like the gold digger ones that be on there, that girl Lauren and all that. Like I really be disliking this broad. Like she did something to me personally, because women like her do it really exists. And Country Wayne and all them dudes is real tricks. So they promote that trick behavior. They definitely promote it, and you just sitting back like wow, But yeah, but shout out to them, man, because they doing their thing with that production, and that's where it's at. That's where it's at. Poetic Flacco ain't no millionaire, and then Hassan ain't no millionaire. Don't come in here trolling, sweetie. Stop that. Even though you're not a real female, we know you are. You put a female avatar, so let's stop with that. Let's stop with that. I knew we had to get one troll. When we went live the other day, we didn't get no trolls. That was like a record. But I knew we had to get at least one. But even if that was so, why would that matter to me? I mean, like let's just keep it 100. Like that wouldn't make me feel no type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like what another person eat don't make me shit. Like I wouldn't care. You know what I mean? But speaking facts, that's not facts. That's not facts. Now, the person that we know for a fact that's a millionaire, we know Drewski is a millionaire. There's certain people millionaires. Hassan Campbell is not a millionaire. Poetic Flacco is not a millionaire. Come on. All to block you for even saying some stupid shit like that. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna block you for saying that dumbass shit. No, I ain't gonna block you. I'm not even gonna block you. I want to see how far you're gonna go with your trolling and shit. I'm actually in a good mood, so I'm gonna let you troll a little bit. I'm in a good mood. You say you just saying I knew these guys, but they hit my account. Well, I didn't. For starters, I didn't know them. What do you mean I knew them? Because we had words before? That don't mean I know them. I never met Flacco in person. I never met Hassan Campbell in person, so I don't technically know them. Matter of fact, I never talked to Flacco on the phone. I never talked to Hassan Campbell on the phone. Now we talked on a show with Young Pharaoh. Flacco used to follow me. Flacco was, Flacco wanted to be me, because I remember me and him got into it, and he was talking shit, and I told him I'd pull up on him. But no, listen. If Flacco getting a couple $, for doing what he do, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. Like I ain't no hate in my heart. Like I remember when I had my other channel, when he finally passed me in subs, I remember he hit me up like, yeah, motherfucker, I got more subs than you. And I'm like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about that. You rating your life by subs. I rate my life by real things. As long as my bills is paid, I'm okay. And I ain't got to want for nothing, I'm okay. When you have freedom to not really worry as much as the average person, that's as far as I'm concerned, that's rich. Because I know people that get up every day and they have to stress about bills. They got to stress about how they gonna pay their mortgage, how they gonna pay their rent. I don't have those problems. And I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you I don't have those problems because I don't have a mortgage. So I don't. I literally pay utilities and car insurances. That's it. And food and, other little shit. But you know what I mean. So I can care less. Fuck them. So. And then the thing about it was, I could respect Flacco more than Hassan, because, Flacco got his out the mud, far as, doing his thing on the YouTube or whatever. Then he hooked up with Adam and stuff like that to be the media space Hassan got his off of basically people feeling sorry for him. That's how he got popular. He basically bamboozled us, having us thinking he was a victim, and then he used basically having sex with Bambaataa and getting nutted on to boost his shit up. So as far as I'm concerned, I would have more respect for Flacco than Hassan any day, because he played on people's heartstrings. People thought this dude was a victim. So yeah, them Drewski skits do be funny. Them motherfuckers be hilarious. Drewski has a lot of talent. He has a lot of talent. And the beautiful part about Brewski is Drewski, I call him Brewski, is that he never had to step on stage to be a comedian. And he can get just as much money as the comedians, if not more, just doing skits. So I salute him. I don't even know, to be honest with you, Kings. You talking about Bandman Kevo? Yeah, I honestly don't know. I didn't even know who he was until I heard Say Cheese used to always interview him, and he used to always say Bandman Kevo. And then when I saw the clip when he was like, I get her BBL, but yeah, I don't know how he, I never followed dude like that. But no, like, dudes with real talent, because it's not just talent that you got to have. You have to have luck also, because you got to get put in the right circles and algorithms and stuff like that. And that's what happened with Paletta Flacco. Flacco got put in, he begged Adam to get him a job, and then once Adam got him a job, that's put him on the map. See, I wasn't going to, and no disrespect to Flacco, but I wasn't going to beg nobody to get put on, because that wasn't my goal in life to be a YouTube star. If it would have happened, then of course I would have embraced it, but that's not my goal in life. See, some people, they put all their eggs in one basket, and that's what Flacco did, and it worked for him. And I'm happy that he's able to support himself, because some people say, you know what, I have to make this YouTube shit work. I got to make it work. And then they do what they got to do to make it work. And if it worked for them, then cool. But YouTube, to me, is too fickle. A person, any given time, they can change their guidelines. Next thing you know, you demonetized. Next thing you know, you're getting flagged down. And then all of the money that you've been making goes away. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, I treat this shit as a fucking hobby, that if I can get a little couple dollars off it here and there, fine. If not, cool too. It's a hobby. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. Because I see how it is. And certain people just get that break. Like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is talented. Is he the most funniest? No. But he got that break. And now Kevin Hart is everywhere. Right, wrong, and different. He everywhere. Steve Harvey, the same way. Steve Harvey is not funny to me at all. But he's good at hosting. That's why I like the Family Feud and stuff like that. He's good at that. And, what Steve Harvey is what other comedians should have been if they were still alive, like a Bernie Mac, or it's the same thing as Aries Spears. Aries Spears is a very talented comedian. Now, he ain't broke, you know what I mean? He make money, but he's not as global as he should be, because of he didn't get that luck, or he ain't around the right people. So that's why I think some people don't like Kevin Hart, because they feel like he's gatekeeping with helping some of the other comedians out. Now, I don't know that to be true, so I can't say that or not. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention, is it really Kevin Hart's job to do that? Now, if I was in Kevin Hart predicament, right? If I was in his shoes, rather, and if me and Aries Spears didn't have no problems, I would try to get him put on, because that boy was talented, man. Like, his stand up, I don't give a fuck nobody say that motherfucker's funny, man. But I guess, you got to be a certain comedian. It's almost like you got to, well, it's what Kwame Brown used to say, to go along to get along. That's just true. And Kevin was willing to go along to get along. And some comedians are just not willing to do that. Like Eddie Griffin's not willing to do that. It's certain comedians that just talented. Dave Chappelle. See, Dave Chappelle was smart. What Dave Chappelle did was he used to have that white comedy where it appealed to white folks. And then he branched out and you know what I'm saying? And then when he had that Chappelle show, so that's why Dave can pretty much do what the fuck he want to do. He could do what he want to do at this point because he got the money. So well, you said, can I really blame Kevin Hart though? He says a lot of jealousy and envy talking behind the people in the comedy industry. It depends. That's why I said if they don't have no beef. If I got beef with you, fuck you. If I knew you was talking trash about me, then kick rocks. But I never seen Aries Spears talk bad about Kevin Hart. Now, does that mean he never talked bad about him? I don't know. He might have. I honestly don't know. But if there's certain comedians that we never had no smoke, and I can, bring you along to help with the network, I would do it. Because even though Tyler Perry's a big sissy, Tyler Perry, he puts people on. If you just want to keep it 100, if you keep it 1,000, Tyler Perry puts people on. He puts black people on, and I will always respect him for that. Well, I'm trying, Kings. You know what I'm saying? Like, having my daughter early when I was young was a blessing because it forced me to get a job early. See, a lot of people don't realize too, when you put them work hours in, the work years in, rather, and you work certain jobs, down the line, you have a couple little pensions coming in. You have your little, what I'm saying? It's all about how to maneuver what you have to do that works for you and your lifestyle. And that's what it's all about. You gotta do what's best for you. I know guys that love to work, like they gonna work until they die. I'm not one of those types. If I'm working until I die, I'm gonna work for myself. But I'm not, what I'm saying? I'm not punching nobody's clock. If I can help it, God willing, or if there's a God, whatever. If I can help it, I ain't never working for nobody again. If I can help it. Now, if it came down to the point where I had to go back to work, then hell yeah, I'll do it. Shit, I ain't gonna never. Listen. I ain't no fool. I ain't gonna never be broke. Not no more. I'm too old to be broke. When you get a certain age, I'm sorry, I just gotta tell it like it is. When you get a certain age, you should not be broke. You should have something in the bank. Something. You can't be walking around literally living paycheck to paycheck, meaning you go in your bank account, you got $100, and you in your 40s. It shouldn't be like that. And if it be like that, it's something you did wrong in life. And that's just the truth. We got to sometimes hold ourselves accountable. We got to look in the mirror sometimes and say, hey, what can I do to step my game up? We all been there. All of us. I've been there, man. Listen. I told you my stories of my broke days. Shit. I remember them days. Getting paid, pay my fucking bills, and only had $40 to $50 to last me for 2 weeks. I used to hate those days. Didn't want to ask my woman for nothing because, you got that pride. I remember them days. Shit. Man, shit. Listen, unless you was born with a silver spoon in your goddamn mouth, we know how I feel to struggle. Shit, especially when I first was on my own. Oh man, I remember eating out the Chinese store back when the food was super cheap. You get like a chicken wing and rice with gravy for like $3. Shit, Cashmere, what's the deal? You still strong. That's what I'm talking about, Kings. King said, remember when he told me he had a gambling problem, he lost it all, and he said nowhere where he want to be, but he said he got a 50 ball in his account. That's good. 50,000 in your account is good, bro. That's damn because that's if something happened, you good. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the beauty of it. You know what I mean? You fell short for a minute and you picked yourself up. You picked yourself up, and that's what real men do. Oh, you like that shit, Cashmere? Yeah, I told the truth. He said, I had him rolling when I did the Floyd Mayweather video when I said folks don't be having $1,000 in their account talking about Mayweather broke. It's the truth. It made me. I was offended that people were doing that to this man because I'm like, hold up, nigga, we wasn't born with no silver spoons in our mouths. And the people on there laughing and ha ha hee hee and talking about some Floyd Mayweather broke, and you ain't even got $1,000 in your account. Get the fuck out of here. That's an abomination. That's an abomination. But that's the thing about it. You see how you said you got investments, Cashmere? I ain't talk. These people that be talking that's calling Mayweather broke don't even have that. They don't even have a pension. They don't have a 401k, 403b. They don't have no stocks, no bonds, nothing. They don't have shit. But calling this man broke. Because if you got a pension money sitting in there, that counts. If you have stocks and stuff like all that shit counts. That's still money that you can get access to if you really had to. You got to pay a penalty, but you can still get to it. Shit, I got over $200,000 in my pension alone from working that I never even touched. That's not even counting the money I got in my account, period. That's not even counting the other couple $100 grand I got. That's just my pension from working. See, one thing, see, jobs I work, even though a lot of them wasn't the best job, they always had a plan. Like whether it was a 401, a 403b, or a 401k, or when I was at the prison and I worked for the state and all that, they had pension plan. So I used to put a lot of money in there. I had them take a lot of money out on purpose because I knew what I wanted to do. I knew that I didn't want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta, people that work for the city, they got the drop program. They got all types of different programs where you can put money, and then I also invest my money with my pensions and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like you got soft investments, you got aggressive, and I was in a couple aggressive ones, and they kind of hit. And I switched that shit over when I left the state, and I don't touch it because it's going to be a penalty, and I'm gonna wait until I get 55. Then start fucking with it. But yeah, motherfuckers don't know. When you work for the state and stuff like that, they have something called you get fully vested after 5 years. Now they changed it now. Now it's 10 years. But see, when I had got in where I was at, I got fully vested after 5 years. So if I would have stayed there, I could have just retired at 50. But when you fully vested, that's your money. All the money they put in and all that's all your bread. So yeah, you gotta be smart. So that's when them people was talking shit about Mayweather, I'm like, y'all niggas ain't got no plan. You don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never satisfied. I want to leave here a multi-millionaire. I want to be a multi-millionaire while I'm alive. Like that's my goal. And I have to do it. Shit, fuck that. You gotta do what you gotta do. Because I listen, I understand how it feels when you at a job and you feel like it's a dead end. We all work dead end jobs. I know I have shit. And I remember like literally crying, like tears coming out my eyes because I was frustrated where I was working at. When I was pissed off, like, damn, like it gotta be more than life than this. And I'm being honest with you. I'm being transparent. Like, I mean, I ain't got nothing to hide. I tell it like it is. I remember, like literally like crying, mad, like, what the fuck can I do better? Like, I got to get out this situation. I'm tired of cleaning toilets. I'm tired of feeling embarrassed doing my job. Like, when I was a janitor, I used to feel embarrassed doing that shit. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Like, especially when women was around, like nice looking women and shit. Especially, I used to be embarrassed doing that shit. Then I thought about it. I said, hold up. Motherfucker, you getting a steady paycheck. You getting help. You got health insurance. What you embarrassed about? Then I had to kind of like reel it back in to check myself to say, hold up. I'm out here doing something. And then I had to say, you know what? Stop worrying about what people think. Long as your bills are being paid. But I still knew that that's not something that I wanted to do for like a career choice. You know what I'm saying? And Cashmere says Uncle 54 years old be living paycheck to paycheck. He be hitting them up to borrow $100, $50, and I think it's quite sad to be at that age and to be unstable. Yeah, and this is not and this is not me looking down on nobody, because anything can happen with a person. Life can happen. Life be lifing. But I understand what Cashmere is saying, that his uncle's in his 50s and got to borrow money from his nephew. That's the point I'm making. You just made my point. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be that old head that got to ask my kids for money. That's not a good feeling. So you got to say to yourself, okay, the job you're working is not it. Keep looking for other ones till you find that right. You know what I'm saying? Or if you got to work two of them bitches, like whatever you got to do to try to up yourself, then do it. Don't. That's what I did. I got tired of crying about it. I got tired of complaining, going to work and I don't feel like this shit. Oh, this damn supervisor, this motherfucker. Here he go. You're like, you know what I'm saying? And I started making it work for me. I said, you know what? Hold up. Let me think here. It will. Yep. King said it will make you feel like a failure. Yeah, it will make you feel like a failure. It do. It do. But I don't knock nobody that's out here trying and you still doing your thing. I don't knock that, because you're still doing your thing. And sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get ahead. You gotta use your resources to basically see, it's certain things that is just common sense. See, that's why I was never loyal to a job, because I knew that I'm just a number to them. I found that out. I really found out. I really found that out, that people don't give a fuck, when my mom died, right? And I was still working at the prison. And my supervisor never even said to me, "Sorry for your loss." All this motherfucker said was, "Oh, you're back," because you know you be gone for a little while. And I was like, "God damn, really?" And then that's when you know politics come into play. Like certain people that their family members died or whatever, people will pass cards around. You know what I mean? And I wasn't looking for no money because I didn't need no money. It wasn't about no money. Like a sympathy card, just saying, hey, now I did have a couple coworkers that I was cool with. You know what I mean? They showed me love. Shout out to them. But I was just like, damn. And when I really saw that, I just said to myself, I said, you know what? Okay. I see what type of time they on. And I was just like, damn. I said, now don't get me wrong. It was a couple of coworkers that did reach out to me that shit meant a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't realize how much it meant to me, but it did because when you're going through losing a mother, you fucked up in the head. That whole year, I was fucked up. If y'all can remember on YouTube, a couple of y'all even said it. Y'all was like, Monty, you ain't the same. And I remember a couple of them hit me on Facebook, and they was just like, hey, man, you know what I mean? And I pretty much was like, I appreciated that shit. But I saw how the management act. I see how they didn't care. It's all about you being a body. Real talk, Mike. He said when he's working for the city, he said they gave you 4 days. That's up. And struggling, he said he had to struggle and pay for the funeral and burial, and no loyalty. See, I was already on the FMLA at work, so that's why I was able to stay off a little bit longer because I had that for my mom. So after she passed, I couldn't. After that, I couldn't stay for so long because I was already using it. But hold on one second, y'all. Hello. Hey, what's going on? Oh wow. Oh shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, it make a lot of sense. Okay. Pretty good. I pay some of these bills, computer, and other little stuff. A little bit, not too much, but a little bit. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna look about 12, right? All right, sounds good. All right, later. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. Whew, it's cold. Let me see. Yeah, and with the city, yeah, that's how they do. That's how they do. See, the beautiful part about it was the positives. Like my mom, she worked for the city. You know what I'm saying? She was a cop, so she already had life insurance and she had insurance through the city. So we didn't have to really worry about all of that, like funeral expenses and all. You know what I'm saying? All that shit was covered, and then the city covered like the what they call it, the I almost said after party, the repass. So it was they gave like because whatever money we put out, we knew we were getting it back anyway from the insurances or whatever, so it wasn't no big deal But I remember it was crazy because and people that's from Philly, yeah, you'll know who I'm talking about because you'll know. But the sheriff or whatever of Philadelphia, she was my mom. Her and my mom were real tight. So when everything happened, she was telling me, she's like, "Oh, you should do the catering with this person, because if you let the city cater it, the food gonna be nasty." So I had called the people that she was trying to get me to do. It was some black owned spot or whatever, but they was like bullshitting me. So I said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna let the city do it." Because at that time, I didn't really give a fuck about food. My mom just died. You know what I'm saying? Like, who gives a fuck about food? So anyway, we went to the funeral, whatever, the burial. When we had the repast, that bitch didn't even show up. She wasn't even there because she was mad that I didn't use the people she wanted me to use because she knew them or whatever. She's real political for Shell Bilal. You know what I mean? Y'all see she the one that went viral for talking about ICE and all that. And I knew she had some shit with her too when I went through that shit with the zoning and I had told her about it because she knew the people and she's like, I'm gonna reach out to them. And then when I told her how they did me, she was all like acting like she didn't believe me, like, oh, I would need to see that. She real political, so fuck her. But I was just like, wow. But I was just like, that shit crazy. But yeah, they don't. I was just blessed that she had the insurances and stuff, um, and that's why I'm about to up my insurance. My life insurance and stuff like that, because you want to make sure your spouse, your kids, your people is taken care of. And that's one thing about my mom. I would say that you know she made sure that everybody was good. You know what I mean? Like what all she had to worry about was basically my pop and me. You know what I mean? I mean, she had grandkids too, but you know what I'm saying. So, like, get that life insurance. I know you don't like to think about it. I know how we are, but yeah, get that life insurance. You got a wife, you got kids. You know, leave something half for your wife and split the other half with your kids. I think that's you should do that, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's something good you should do because, like I said, when my mom passed, she like this. How you know a mother's love is real, right? And I'm gonna try to talk about this, and then I'm gonna get off the subject because it get me emotional. But she had like when they have like how you have like life insurance at the job or whatever. She had that shit on the air 50-50 for me and my pop. Normally, a lot of times, you know, you normally do it for like normally just the spouse. You dig what I'm saying? I guess some people, but I guess I don't know. But she had it because I didn't even, I wasn't even think, I didn't, it didn't even cross my mind. And I remember when I talked to the lady because when we were setting up the funeral and everything, and setting everything up, and the lady had told me, she said, "Oh yeah, the policy is in, you and your dad's name." She got it 50-50. And I was just like, wow. Like, even her being gone, she's still looking out for the family. And then her life insurance policy, she had that 50-50. So I'm sitting here like, and then then I didn't know they did this when you work when you're a cop. I never knew this. This is when I found this out. I didn't know that you can share the pension with your spouse and your child. They can split it. Like, like normally when if you work for the city and the person dies or something, the spouse gets it. I always thought it was just the spouse that gets the pension. Whatever, what I mean? She had that shit where me and my pop got it. So I called the lady and I told her, I said, no, let's give it to my dad. I said, because um even though that was my mama, he was with her, you know what I'm saying? Before, he, what I mean? You can understand that. So I was like, yeah, I said, no, let him have that. Let him have her pension or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not greedy for cash like that. But it just warmed my heart that she thought of me to say, hey, something happened to me. I want to make sure my son good. And I was just like, wow. Like, I was like, you know what I mean? I was just like, yeah, that's crazy. Now, you get some people out here, they would have been greedy, like, no, I want half that pension too. But I'm like, no, like let that shit go to my pop. He grieving. Um, yeah, my pop know I did that for him. Yeah, he know. He know. He know. I told him. Because like I said, my pop, and I'm not just saying this because they're my parents. I really had some good parents. Well, my dad's still alive, but I still had some good parents, and they always been there for me. So I knew that when she passed, he was just as fucked up as me of her passing. So he's retired, and I'm like, well, shit, he can use that extra bread. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't thinking about no money. You know what I mean? Plus, I was getting insurance money anyway, so it wasn't like I was asked out or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so I was sitting back like, okay, why would I be greedy? Because, I mean, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I ain't cut from that cloth because when I found out she had she had me on both insurances, I was like, oh damn, well I got a little bit of change coming my way. So I wasn't, I was like, I told my pop, no, go ahead and keep that. Because when the lady told me that, I honestly didn't know you can do that. I was like, what? She said, yeah, that's how your mom had it stipulated. I said, no. I said, give 100% pension to him. And she was like, okay, no problem. So I told my pop, I said, no, you take that. And that helped him financially because, you know, I can't remember what the pension was, but it wasn't nothing super small, from what I remember, because she put in a lot of years. It wasn't nothing super small. It was something nice, probably like 5,000 a month. So I was like, shit, or and keep that. You know what I mean? But the moral of the story is, get that life insurance for your make sure your family good. Make sure your family is okay. Oh yeah, we gotta remember, I'm the only child, King, so I ain't have to worry about fighting with no. You understand what I'm saying? And not to mention, why should I be greedy with that when, God forbid, when my dad passed, all that shit go to me anyway. So I'm gonna get it on the back end regardless. So why would I even be greedy to, what I'm saying? No, I want him to be financially comfortable where he ain't got to worry about shit. Their house been paid off, so he financially good. No, keep that. But it just warmed my heart that she did that for me. I was just like, damn, like wow. Yeah, so it's a beautiful thing though, man. Like like that she had the unconditional love for me, and that's something that I will never forget. I will always cherish. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I tell you, motherfuckers, you got your mom in your life. I know she might get on your nerves at times. I know she going to piss you off. I get it, but you better love her. God damn it, you hear me? And when she gone, that's it. Same thing with your pop. Don't forget about dads. If you got a real good dad, now don't get me wrong. Some of y'all, dads might not, be the best or whatever. But you know what I'm saying. I was one of the lucky ones, and it's a shame that in the black community, it's very rare to have both your parents. That's a shame that it's like that. We don't really have that nowadays. You know what I mean? That's just keeping it 1,000% honest and real. But yeah, let's switch topics. Let's switch to something more upbringing, some more, you know, more up. But yeah, what else been going on in the world, man? Like let's see. So uh we talked about the 50 Cent briefly. Briefly, I really kind of don't give a fuck about that. 50 already said he's not going to rap, so it is what it is with that. I'm enjoying watching him get trolled though, because he deserved it. Um, Yeah, man. Rest in peace to your homie mama, man. You know, that's crazy that happened. Yeah. You just gotta be as supportive as you can to him, Cashmere, and that's all you can do. Like, my cousin Ricky, from down south, my country cousin I be telling y'all about, they work at Walmart. When his mom passed not too long ago, um, I just told him, but I told him, I said, I understand, she was older and it still hurt. But I told him, I said, look, now it's just you. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. You said Hillary Clinton testified in the Epstein case. Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't, I don't follow none of that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really don't care. That's white people problems. That's how I look at it. It's white people problems. You said, what about them pedo things with Corey Holcomb? Um, well, as far as what I know, the allegations against Corey, I put it to you this way: no one never came out and said he was a pedophile. Now, them jokes he did, I didn't like that. Now, I heard some of them jokes when he was talking about the 5-year-old and all that other shit. I didn't like that at all. I thought that was distasteful. I thought that was very inappropriate. And, I actually heard that on somebody else's channel. She had played the recordings, played the clips, and that's taking it too far. I get dark comedy, but that's too much because you should not think about sex shouldn't be sex shouldn't be on your mind even with playing when you referring to a 5-year-old. You know what I mean? So I thought that was really, really like this yeah, it's wrong. And I lost some respect for Corey because do I think he a pedo? No. But he just like saying crazy outlandish shit. And it's like that's nothing to joke with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing to joke with at all. So it's given that if he was around somebody that was like 16 that was developed and nobody was around, he probably would fucking do it. I'm gonna say allegedly because I don't know, but I would not be surprised at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember what's the chick name? Channel that I heard it on. Lovey T. She also played a record when Corey was talking about when he was messing with this girl and she had like a 15, 16-year-old and he was like describing how she was like stacked. And I'm like, yo, why are you looking at her like that? You know what I mean? So I don't know, bro. I don't know. That ain't looking good. That ain't that I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't look at him the same after that because I know I never had a problem with the abortion jokes and stuff like that. I like that dark humor because it is what it is. But when it comes to kids, man, I can't fuck with that. I'm sorry, I can't. That's why I can't fuck with R. Kelly because R. Kelly was fucking babies. And I get that his music is great and all that other bullshit, but that nigga's a pedo. He's sick. So you can't be saying stuff like that because when you say stuff like that, it implies that you would do something to a child. That's what it really implies. And he might not even be that way, but the fact that you saying that shit, it's like you're going too far. And I would rather him be a man and apologize and say, "Hey, you know what? Them jokes were out of bounds." But he's so stubborn. He tried to justify him saying that. And I just think like no, dog, like a real man every now and then gotta check himself and say, you know what? I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Like he should honestly, he should apologize. Like he should, that joke about that 5-year-old and the thing he said about the daughter. Um, I think honestly, he should apologize for it. Because one thing I have learned in the black community and social media space is when you sincerely apologize and it's coming from a good place, normally you bounce back. But if you have the mentality like, oh well, I'm standing on what I said, then when you start getting canceled and people stop fucking with you, don't get mad. You said Carcino be capping hard for Diddy and Corey. Well, there's certain things you can't defend. What he said about that 5-year-old, joke or no joke, you can't defend that. Like, I don't care how much I like a person, I can't defend that behavior, man. Like, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't defend that because, and then I forgot how the joke went when he said about he said something about the girl got in the bed with him, the daughter, and he was like, "Yo, why she get in the bed with me? Because the way she's shaped." And I'm like, I don't give a fuck how she's shaped. You should not be looking at no underage girl in no type of way. So I don't know. I don't know, Corey. I don't know. I'm just hoping nothing comes out where somebody come out and say, uh, yeah, he did something, because you know how the internet do, and you're right. Cashmere said he think the world would be a better place if social media was never. Yeah, yeah. Start. If you got to realize something before social media is a gift and a curse. And before social media, people had to really engage with one another. It wasn't trolling. It wasn't none of the bullshit. And now it's like social media. Everybody's an Instagram model. Everybody's this. Everybody, it's just a lot of crazy shit. Yeah, Michael, if a real allegation come out, he is cooked. But I'm thinking probably not that nothing's going to come out because it would have came out by now. I think something by now would have came out. What fucked him over to get people to start looking at him crazy was when that video resurfaced of him mugging the broad. That's when that came, and then when she went on TMZ and stuff like that. So that's what messed things up. Messed things up for him. But his last couple shows, from what I'm hearing, he hasn't been telling no jokes. Like, he's always responding to somebody. You know what I mean? It's like, no, like people will tune into the 5150 for entertainment, like not to keep going back and forth with the same shit. Like, come on, dog. Like, let that shit go. Especially if you standing on something, stand on it. If you standing on something, you said what you said, let it go and keep it moving. And whoever bang with you, gonna bang with you. Whoever don't. I know he's supposed to be suing TMZ. I ain't mad at him for that because TMZ and everybody business. They always be drawing. But it is what it is. He kept trying to explain the Anton situation. All he had to say was, "Look, this how I would have handled. This what I would have said if it happened the same way it happened with him. I would have said, you know what? If he would have called me a dick sucker again, I would have had to go in his mouth because he would have basically forced my hand. The reason why I didn't step outside because in actuality I really didn't want to fight because I didn't want no lawsuit. But if he would have forced my hand, I'd have had to do what I had to do. Just keep it at that. All that trying to say, well, they edited to how he was standing over me and this, that, and the other. I'm like, Corey, nigga, he did stand up. And I ain't no Anton fan, but he did stand up and told you to step outside. So, like, y'all both took an L. If you want to be honest, when I really think about it, y'all both took an L because when you got up in his face, you did get up in his face and you pointed at him and you said, say it again. Anton didn't say it. But then when Anton got up and said, let's step out back, you didn't go out back. Now, he probably didn't want to get sued. And, you know, that's probably what it was. Anton definitely would have sued him. Now, any good lawyer, no, then again, no, if he invited you out back, so that means that's mutual agreement for combat. But the legal system sometimes probably still can sue. So it's, you know, you just never know. But he didn't want to put himself in that predicament. But why make things difficult if we don't have to? Yeah, real talk. They both didn't really want to fight. Because at the end of the day, unless you're a fucking boxer, you ain't really thinking about fighting. You know, especially at that age, in your 40s and 50s, you ain't really thinking about fucking fighting. Yeah, that side chick shit is killing Anton. I know. I've seen so much stuff on that shit. Mika was a video vixen. She was doing rap at one time, and when I seen the whole back story of Mika, she was a groupie for Anton. He definitely hit that pussy. But who cares? I mean, you know, yeah, they dissecting that shit like crazy. I'm like, man, y'all too invested, man. Y'all too invested in that Mika situation. That shit is that shit is too much. Well, yeah, because if all Anton had to do was keep it quiet and nobody would have really known, you know. But he made it obvious that he was in the Mika and that they were, you know what I mean. And um, yeah, she was a little rapper and this, that, and the other. That didn't work for her. Then she tried to go to political gang. Like, yeah, she's an opportunist. I think people care so much about it, Cashmere, because he was up here acting like he was this Christian man that's faithful to his wife and this, that, and the other. And then that's why I think people, you know, was invested in it so much because basically he a fake. Because the other girl, you know, was like he was in her inbox, like, you know, he was trying to fuck his panel members. Which again, if his wife is down with it, which I think, to be honest with y'all, I think she is. I think she know what time it is, and she accepted. So look, listen, if she accepted, then why be mad? Cashmere said, "I know what the type to." He said he never the type of guy to dick police. He said these dudes nowadays are strange. Yeah, I mean, it's mostly it is dudes covering it like crazy, but it's a lot of women that's covering it too. But yeah, you know, what I think it is, Cashmere, honestly, I think half of the dudes that's covering it is doing it because it's getting them views and money. They really don't care because if they had a chance to fuck Mika, they'll fuck her too. So let's just be real with it. You know what I mean? So they know what time it is. You know what I mean? It's about content to get the money. That's all it's about, really. Same thing with the women that's covering it, that's monetized. You think they don't really care like that. Like that girl Keisha that keep covering it over and over again. She's getting views off it. She's getting them views. So you already know. Cashmere said, you know most of them Christians are full of shit. He said Martin Luther King had his nonsense. Yeah, what's up, Medusa? Yeah, they said, yeah, you know, allegedly, I wasn't there. They said Martin Luther King was a Rolling Stone. But everybody failed to realize too. Martin Luther King was a young man. Them niggas looked old back in the day, but they was young. So how old was Martin? Let me look it up. How old was Dr. Martin Luther King when he got assassinated? All right, so he was 39 years old when he was assassinated. So he was, even before that, this motherfucker was in his early 30s doing that shit. He was a young man and got women coming at him, you know. You said Jesse Jackson had a kid outside the marriage. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Yeah, No Name said Keisha like the female Lennon Honor. Yeah, basically, yeah, she's obsessed with that shit. And you know, that's why I couldn't watch no more of that shit. Cause I'm like, you know, you start to make me feel sorry for the like, you know, like I don't even like Anton, but you start to make me feel like, damn, all right, get off that man dick now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, he to sum it up, Anton is not an attractive guy. He a corny dude, and he got money, and he's reaping the benefits of having money. The end. That's all it is. To sum the shit up. If his wife ain't complaining, and she know he out here fucking bitches, then why the fuck are y'all complaining? Shit, read her down for that shit. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing threesomes. I would not be surprised. You say you wanted the Jesse Jackson daughter to go to the funeral. What they was beefing? Yeah, I heard that. I heard that they said Martin Luther King liked them white women, but shit, they said Malcolm X in the Malcolm X movie he was fucking with a white girl. You ain't never lied. Well, them bitches love drama and crab legs. You give a woman drama and crab legs, she happy. I wouldn't say that Cashmere, but the men back in the day definitely look older than we look now. And I think it's more or less of how they dress, the haircuts, stuff like that. Because um prime example, look at Sanford and Son. Remember Lamont was on Sanford and Son? Lamont was only 25, 26 when he first started Sanford and Son. And he looked, and remember he played a person that was 36. So he looked it like he was 36, but the motherfucker was only 25, 26. So I think it was more or less of the thick mustache. Look at George Jefferson. When he was on the Jeffersons, he was in his 40s. Hold on, let me look it up right now. Let me look it up right now. How old was George Jefferson when he played in the Jeffersons? 35 to 36 years old. Sherman Hensley. You couldn't tell me. You look at a 35-year-old now versus how George looked. Hold on one second, y'all. Yeah, so he was that damn. That's crazy. So it's something like back then they just look older. Like a lot of people didn't realize, even though they use makeup on Sanford and Son, Grady Wilson was in his 40s in Sanford and Son, but they made him look old. Just like um I was telling somebody this years ago. I said they thought I was lying. I said, you know how? I said, for one, I looked it up. I'm a big Sanford and Son fan. For two, look at the Martin episode, Mr. Mackey, when he had the theater. That was Grady. That was his real age then. If he was that old back then, he would have been dead by the time Martin came out. So, and Red Fox was like in his early 50s when he was in Sanford and Son. He looked old. Some people just got that old look to him. And he's got that old ass look. But Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lawrence Fishburne look older. That's why it's something about back in the day that the men just look older. It just I don't know what the women too. They just look older, more mature. Think about it. Think about all the R&B singers that our mom and dads grew up on. They were young back in the day, but they look older. Marvin Gaye. Look at all them people. Them motherfuckers look older. You sit back and you're like, damn. So I guess it's something. Maybe it's something in the water. I don't know, because now it's like, shit, shit. We just look a whole lot younger now, unless you're on drugs. Now, if you're on drugs, that's gonna make you look old. That's gonna make you look old. No, I didn't see that interview, Casimir. You said RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan? You said his female cousin said they was having sex and she was pregnant by him? No, I ain't see what interview was that. The fuck? Yeah, Coretta Cox. Yeah, Coretta King Scott. Yeah, she was looking old too. Yeah, I ain't hear about that. What's the name of the joint? I'll look it up. But you said allegedly the RZA was knocking off his cousin. Now, are we talking about blood cousin or cousin by marriage? Because that's two different things. Cousin by marriage don't fucking count. Shit, as far as I'm concerned, there ain't no blood. But anything with blood count. Shit, you gonna make me look that shit up. Yeah, that's hopefully it's not no blood cousin. Unless they didn't know or something. Cause that can happen too. You can meet a motherfucker and it could be your family. You not even fucking know because you might got a big family and you know. Remember my old subscriber, Nikki Love. I ain't see her in a minute. I gotta try to find her and let her know my new channel. Um, remember she said she had sex with her cousin. She didn't know until they went to the family reunion. Oh no, it says first cousin. I'm looking at it. I just found it. RZA cousin breaks silence. What the fuck?
Everything you need to know when you need to know it, man. Hey, first of all, gotta send shout outs, appreciation to everybody.
But hold up. So, um, you said that wasn't RZA, it was Bobby Digital. Okay. So, well, take two to tango. So you can't just put it on Bobby Digital. She had a part in it too, unless she was molested. Other than that, you know what I mean? They both was dead wrong.
What's going on? Yeah, by Doggy Diamonds. Doggy Diamonds.
No, I'm just trying to. I'm some guy talking. I'm trying to find the interview when she said herself. Oh, Bobby Digital. Okay. All right. Let me try to pop that in. Uh, well, Bobby Digital is the RZA, ain't it? I'm about to say, okay. You sitting here, yo, you ain't shit. I'm saying like that name sound familiar. Ain't that the RZA? You ain't shit, yo. You ain't shit. All right. So where can I find the interview at? This guy, I just want to hear the girl say the shit out of her mouth. All right, I think somebody just sent it to me. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, because that's crazy. That's out of pocket. Oh, Doggy Diamond TV got it.
Hey, you have outstanding approval odds for a personal loan, and the right loan could help you consolidate that, cover big.
Okay. Letitia. And where you from?
I'm from Staten Island.
Okay. Any particular part?
I'm from Stamford Park Hill.
Park Hill.
I was born in Park Hill, raised between Park Hill, Stapleton, Brooklyn. So, multi-borough.
Got you. But you never noticed that Brooklyn and Staten Island is like hand in hand. Either all the people from Brooklyn.
So, yeah, I found it. What's up, Trav? I ain't trying to watch this whole thing. I'm just trying to like see if it got some good timestamps or something. So, all right, let me see.
Moved to Staten Island and it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Design of migration. My parents are from Brooklyn. So they migrated to Staten Island, I guess, in the 70s.
Right.
So there was a lot of follow up with that. So at that time, Park Hill was really a nice place.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I was just born, so from what I'm hearing, it was a nice place. But for the most part, Staten Island's not so bad.
Anybody got a timestamp of this shit, man?
Park Hill, 1982.
I'm trying to fast forward a little bit.
So I want to appreciate you for even taking the time out.
Yeah, this I'm going to just give you a little backstory. I love the culture of hip hop as well as I know you do. You grew up in hip hop because it's very, very instrumental in your family. And
because when you're feeling pressured and not understanding what's happening, what's going on, and then succumb to manipulation of being there or pressure. You understand what I'm saying?
What cousin are you talking about though? You didn't say.
Oh, RZA, Rakeem, Robert, Bobby. Shout out to my cousin.
So you were having a sexual...
I'm going to shout him out now because I shouted him out in my yearbook when I graduated junior high school. Like, this is someone I trusted and loved. And then when I made my story born to my family, it was like I was pushed aside. I was shunned away. I was ridiculed. You understand? It went through avenues it shouldn't have, especially being a woman. So now I'm dealing with being a woman, dealing with a woman who's going through a woman's stage of life, of going from like young woman to like coming from teen to young womanhood and mixed feelings, and you respecting a man that your family loves and the world loves. So it's like that hurts, and you didn't give me the option the first time. Any other time, it had to be under pressure. You understand what I'm saying? There was no beat you up and slam you across. Well, let me make that clear.
Right.
I'm just saying the mentality you created and then put me on a pedestal and then you snatch it away and then you create a narrative when I was just trying to seek help for what I was going through.
So Tay, let me slow down really quick and let me guide you through this really quick, if I may, for the audience clarity. You were having a sexual relationship with your cousin RZA, first cousin RZA.
Yes.
When did it start?
It started 1998. That was Fashion Week in Europe. We went to Heathrow. We went to Heathrow. We stayed in Berlin. Then we went to Paris. Then we went to London. My uncle Ali, God bless the dead, was with us. God bless the dead, their OGB was with us too.
So without being graphic, how do you...
Fellatio, he walked into my room, got to it. He was very embarrassed. He even wrote a note. He wrote a note. I ripped it up. Actually burnt it, got rid of it. And then he pursued me throughout the tour until he was able to fly in whoever he wanted to fly in. But that's when it bugged me out too, because it was like, you're my cousin. It's like, you young girls, like your cousin is famous.
How old were you?
Good. And it's like, but it's wrong. Why would you do that to me?
How old were you?
Then I was 17, 18 years old.
And how old was he?
1998. That was... And the crazy shit that's really crazy, because when I talk about it, more other thoughts come in.
How old was he at the time?
My cousin's, I think he's 15 years older than me, maybe 14, 15, I'm not sure. I don't even know how old my cousin is, actually. I can't even tell you. I think he may be 10, 15 years older than me.
All right, so let me pause there for a second, right? All right. Let me unwrap this. Now, first off, why are you speaking about this shit now? Now, you were 18 is very young, but it is legal. Now, that's your cousin. He dead wrong. You dead wrong. I hate when motherfuckers play victim. You both dead wrong. Like, you knew what it was. That's something ain't sitting right with me with this. What it seems to me so far is that y'all both was attracted to each other. He a star, and you wanted to be freaky, and it's wrong. Don't just put it on the man. You knew better. Now, if you were underage and he taking advantage of you, then he's a pedo. But he just a sick motherfucker. That's all that is. I mean, y'all both sick. I mean, first cousins, nah. Yeah, blood. You should never, ever, ever do that. I don't give a fuck how attractive your family may be. That's still family. Fuck that. That's family. And that's ours. So let's finish playing this bullshit.
And, and this is the thing, our family is very close. And they're going to hate me for this. A lot of people are. I've never, this crazy shit, nobody knows that I'm doing this right now. It's just me and you.
Right.
This is my piece. I've spoken about this to my family, my children. Everybody has their own opinion, but when it comes down to it, I'm feeling it. And we all feel it when I'm in their presence in places. So let's just get to it. So now that the narrative is going around, I'm asking for help. I'm going to this one, telling my story, how it happened, giving great details. And even saying that it may be happening in other people, but that's not my liberty to say, but I know what I see. But my thing is, it takes a lot for me to sit here. I have daughters, and I'm not looking for a fucking payout. I'm looking for my cousin to own up to his accountability in the position he put me in.
So let me ask you something, Tay. So it happened. Was y'all like kissing cousins, flirty at first?
No, never ever. I would have never thought that.
Right.
It never came across my mind.
Was he drunk, high?
I don't know. I know we went to a party. We drank some champagne. It was my first time in Europe, and it was just like he pressured me to be here. Like I just started working for them. I graduated Curtis High School. Mm-hmm. That was 97. I started working for them the week after I graduated Curtis. That was like June 27th, 1997. Like I could count the dates. Feel what I'm saying? Mm. So I was the first on Razor Sharp Records. Okay. I was a receptionist. Okay. And I was grateful to have a little job working with my cousin. They was popular and shit like that. They came to my graduation. It's like, we fucking family. Like this is something that I would have never imagined. Right. But you really think I want to say that and make him look bad? You talking about a legacy. Right. So of other men. Right. Who would be looked upon just because of who they standing by. Right. This is tough. So we all have accountability, and there may be people who know about it. I'm not going to say who did it because I'm not going to point fingers. Right. But the idea is that that's not their business, and whoever felt this should have been there to say something. No one said nothing. My parents, my mother, my father, my sisters, and my brothers. And I can't say even my closest cousins. They sisters and brothers. Like, this shit is for real. This is not, and I'm saying it because now that he's giving is that we're in an orgy, drunk and infused. Like, see, now you're not going to fucking play with me. So, all right. So, what you told me off the camera was it happened once, and then it happened how many more times? It happened several more times. It happened throughout the tour, like maybe once or twice after while we were in Europe. It happened when we came back in Jersey at his mansion. It happened. All right, hold up. Pause. Time out. Flag on the play. So, y'all, you coming out about 27 years ago. 27 years ago, you're stating that y'all had sex, right? Oh, this is for, like, you made a conscious effort. Y'all both made a wrong decision to have intercourse with one another. Y'all both made that decision. And why come out you saying you don't want no money, you ain't looking for clout, but you on Doggy Diamonds? And then, if you wanted to get some closure or like for your piece, go see a therapist or go talk, you know what I mean? Or hook up with him and y'all go together to, you understand what I'm saying? Like this is not making sense to me. Both of them are dead wrong. They both are dead wrong. Let's finish playing this shit. This chick delusional, man. I tell you. Since I left Florida, left to Florida. It happens sometimes out there, and it was like everything was under pressure. And let me just say, it was no let me choke you out or put a gun to you. It was more like I needed it, and he know that because I relied on my family. Yeah, I'm on Section 8, nigga. I get to welfare office fund of heartbeat, but what I'm saying is that I learned to maintain my family, but I'm not asking for shit. But the idea is that you put me in a position to snatch that all away from me once I refuse your issuance and pursuit of sexual conduct. No,
so what you're saying is you felt like, if I'm correct, you felt like if you don't do it, he's gonna snatch the support from you.
Right. But the crazy issue was it wasn't even really, it was like he was support in between that. And I'm not looking for that. I've always been independent. And like I said, my cousins they gave my first secretary job. Right. All my skills are secretary. I'm not taking it. But I'm not gonna sit here and allow you to turn my pain. Feel me? Mm-hmm. And slander around our family, and people treat me and hurt my feelings, and you got it to the point my mother throw that shit in my face. And family Thanksgiving parties and public, like they use this shit as a weapon.
What does your mother say to you?
Argue with your sister, right, or your brother.
What does your mother say to you?
Oh, that's why you fucked your cousin. You jealous of his wife. You fucking your cousin for money. You're my mother. I told you my pain, bro. That's your fucking nephew. And if somebody seen it when I was young, and I'm pretty sure there was adults who see that they was just a little too close for comfort, because right now you couldn't fucking tell me. I couldn't tell if my little cousin or somebody bro was fucking each other. It's just the spirit you get. But no one said nothing, but you quick to use it against me. You're my mother. My father's not so bad if he never said nothing. I told my cousins, I told their sisters. They had narratives on him. They're the ones who told me he said what he said. It's a hearsay, but the thing is that they said it. And they repeated it fucking 3 years later after I addressed him about it. So now I'm only going through my own shit as a woman. I got the niggas that's closest to me hurting me. Now I got a new husband, he hurting me. I got my cousin, like everybody. And it's like my pain that comes out and you're slandering me.
We're surprising an author.
Like everybody. And it's like my pain that comes out and you're slandering me.
So, let me ask you, what year was the last encounter you had with him?
This was the last encounter was in Florida, I believe.
What year was that, if you could remember?
I could say 2016, 2017, maybe.
Damn, that was long ago, but not that long ago.
It was a while ago, but the thing is, like, it's not like he never ever tried to pursue, like, you know, if I would even, like, you know, because I still handled him like he was my cousin. Let's make it clear. I'm not trying to treat him, but the way you handling me is like I'm some bitch you was fucking.
Hold up. Time out. Flag on the play. Hold up, bitch. So y'all was fucking in 98. And then you say you fucked again in 2017? Yeah, see. Shout out Doggy Diamonds. This is definitely fair use. If I was Doggy Diamonds, I would have said to her, hold up. It seems to me that this was definitely about some money. She's definitely not a victim. She what it was, RZA was out of pocket because he attracted to her. And that's his cousin. He shouldn't have been fucking with her in the first place. So he did wrong. She did wrong too. She saw opportunity for money. It doesn't matter that that's her cousin. Then she had nerve to say, "Oh, you treat me like a such and such, motherfucker." He treated you what it was. Like she tripping. She is bugging. Both of y'all did wrong. And at this point, why are you even bringing this up, embarrassing yourself? Because now, you know, this woman, she'd do anything for money. Like that's crazy. Wow.
Ain't nobody just saying this for no reason.
Right.
Why you want to hurt my heart like that as a man, as a cousin, have me under your wing, and then I gotta live with this shit, and then you want to fucking walk around here and want to call me and ask me. This is when the puffy shit come up. I guess he feeling like, you know, and mind you, I don't know what the fuck was on his mind the whole time for him to even think that. Even pursue me, to even use a narrative of being in an orgy, using drugs with your friends or whoever. When the fuck did this happen, if it happened, and with who? And to even create that scenario as an excuse is crazy.
So when he was confronted about it, you
I
spoke to him.
confronted him. I have my cousin. I could call his ass right now on his phone. He'll pick up the phone. But he probably don't pick up now because right now he's been a little distant. But the only calls I've gotten from him was related to the interaction. And after I got married and shit, I ran and said to his wife.
She must have had some good pussy and shit. This motherfucker was still. Then RZA was hitting that shit. RZA was hitting that shit since 90s fucking 8 up to 2017. God damn. She was. Oh man.
Because I happened to work in the city next door to the hotel they were at. But anyway, he happened to call me up. Like, yeah, you know, his daughter asked him about the little interaction we had with each other. I said, what you mean by that? I'm married to my husband.
Right.
I'm already like trying to move on with my life from this shit. You see what I'm saying? But how are you calling me about what your daughter asked about what happened with us before she was even fucking born? Let's start there. And her mother even knew about it. But it's like, at that time, it's like everybody fighting for space and attention. I ain't fighting for no space and attention to be no fucking around my cousins, because I don't know these motherfuckers on my life. Use my language, but I'm not here for fame and to be cute in a video and all that.
Right.
I'm here for the cause, nigga. This is the family shit. This ain't for me to be out here. You know, I may have my little here and there, but nigga, it ain't one of those where I'm fighting for the attention. No, never been. I'm the shit.
Right.
I pull up, I shine. I may not be the richest, I may not have the expensive, but my spirit is pure. And when you fuck with that, it creates a karma and a disaster for those who do that, because I'm always loyal and heartfelt. If I wanted to do this shit, I could have did it a long time if I wanted some fucking money.
Right. So you speak to him, and
I speak to him. He's like, well, you know, his daughter's questioning it, and you know, we was just having fun. No, nigga, that wasn't fun. That was incest.
Damn.
We talking 2020. This happened last year.
Right. Yeah.
Around September. Yeah, because I just got married. Oh, you looking beautiful, mature. Now you want to rock me to sleep. No, nigga, that wasn't fun. I'm grown now. I have a husband who doesn't even like this shit. And I got to deal with that shit with him. That's another story.
Right.
But still, he the only man that ever felt and showed how a man should feel when he hears something like that happen to his wife, sister, or cousin. And this is a new nigga. I'm married, and my shit only 1 year. I'm not saying my husband used it in an appropriate way, but everybody around me is throwing it in my face. Right. And I feel like it's got to come out, because I can't pursue myself. I'm running a business called Wildflower. I put my pain in my business. I want to be able to share that with the world, to know that there's therapy in making scrubs. There's therapy in thinking and feeling things and letting it out into a substance. It's like writing and being an artist. It's like being a painter. It's like doing pottery. I make body scrubs.
Right. So you've been made to feel like you are the villain when you feel like you've been the victim.
And his sisters and them, me and his sister got into an argument. Oh, you're nasty. I heard something. Then the baby mother and the sister, they all tagging up. Then one sister wants to say, oh, well, Ghost was the one who started the narrative, which I know is a fucking lie, because he don't even play with my name. Like, he's not that type of dude to be caught up in no shit like this. But you're the one who told me that your brother said it, and now your sister saying it again 3 years later. But they didn't even know they both told me. So who's lying? They both can't be lying if they both saying it to me and don't know they both saying it. And they added it. And the sad part, they fucking telling other people. So if your brother even said that we was in an orgy, a drug-infused orgy, with his little cousin, and you're going to tell XYZ to make it look good for him? Yeah. And I'm like,
you ain't never lied, Bake. The way she making it seem, I think they still was fucking recently. She said she'd been with her husband for like a year. But if I'm not mistaken, she said had just stopped or whatever. First she said 2017. Did she say 2017? Yeah, 2017. Yeah, you could tell she toxic. You could tell she basically she enjoyed doing that shit with him. He enjoyed doing it with her. They both was out of pocket. Because y'all blood. Y'all blood. Y'all blood. Yeah, that's like me, like my mom. That's like me doing that with my mom's sister, sister daughter, like my first cousin. Like that's like a sister to me. Like The fuck is wrong with him? He out of pocket. But shorty, if you ain't looking for nothing, what you doing an interview for? Why you further embarrassing yourself and your family if you just want to get past it? You're saying your husband, because your husband feels some type of way because he know you probably still fucking that nigga or just fucked him. That's why the husband, you read between the lines what she said with the husband feels. The husband ain't stupid. She real toxic. She real out of pocket. Yeah. You ain't never lied, babe. She hit him with the pay me or I'm going public. If RZA was still giving her money, I guarantee you they'll still be fucking. I guarantee you. Like, yeah, it's not illegal, but it's still immoral and it's definitely incest. It's something that you shouldn't do. You know, it's something you definitely shouldn't do. that's you can't make this shit up, man. The internet is undefeated, man. Oh my God.
Like that shit rock for how many years? And I just found out that was a narrative a year ago, well, 3 years ago now, but I thought it was a lie. He told me that Tate, I never said that. My sister's miserable, you know, she got her life together. All right, fine. But you need to get this shit together with the family because people looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, you know what you did. You have apologized through text. He apologized enough, but no, when you're trying to humiliate me and the family that's been so tight, and now it's just like, and it comes off on them. People say shit on the side. You the puppeteer. Everybody in his family listen to what he says. So now y'all gonna fucking hear me because he's not gonna run my name like that.
So all right, let me ask you something. Do you still got the text?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Shit's in Metro PCS. We talking about shit from years ago.
Right.
We talking about this shit been going over 20 years.
But he's
if
admitted.
I had a good enough lawyer and they want to dig in my fucking cell phone company shit, let them get that. Because if this was a fucking murder case with Donald Trump, them niggas would pull up everything I did since the day my mother had me at 240 Park Hill. Let's get to it.
So he's admitted that y'all had an encounter to people.
Yes.
Oh.
Why you think I'm so pissed off that he's saying that we was in the drug?
So he tried to say it was one time.
No, that's not what happened.
He tried to say it's one time it only happened.
No, he's saying that's just this week I think but it's been more than one time.
Right.
But what I'm trying to say is that I don't give a fuck if it happened once or 10
one
times.
is too many. Yeah, one is too many for me.
But the fact that if my sister came to me and said, if I came to my brother and I knew my brother fucked our little cousin, I told my brother, for instance, my brother Sean, you fuck our little cousin. If he tell me, oh, we was in an orgy, I'm gonna smack fire out here and find out what the fuck is going on. But even when you first talking about it, no one ever asked me. This is what really hurts the most. Forget all of that. No one ever asked how I felt. No one said, are you okay?
Right.
No one ever said.
Well, hold up. But you kept doing it for years. You was doing it for 20 years. It's not like it happened one time and you felt so bad that he took advantage of you or whatever. You did it for 20 years. You did it for 20 years. So the money and the goddamn fucking Bobby Digital dick was good.
Let me talk to him. You talking 18, I'm 46.
Right.
And I'm the type of person, I'll wear my shit. I'll be at our family. I'll be at shows. You would never think anything ever happened to me. That's how I keep it because we family. But you want to have my name stirred up because you want to act like you want to get your dick sucked, nigga? Fucking play with me. I got a life. I got daughters, nigga. And the sad part, we still came to family functions and still stayed in the crib. That's how much I love my cousin as a cousin. But I got to get out of that because they keep playing with you.
She do got some big ass lips and shit. Riz was, you know, I gotta make a little joke out of this shit. Oh man, she do got them lips.
We family, nigga. I ain't looking for no money. I ain't looking for rap. Y'all rap, nigga. I can't. But I'm not gonna do that because you try to snatch my womanhood, my queendom, by these fucking lies. We all entertain drugs and alcohol and what the fuck it was. But I would never sit up there and lie and say my cousin raped me. What if I said you raped me and beat me? That's the worst you say we had a fucking orgy using drugs. How dare you say that? And then it be repeated.
Right.
And then you can't even face me and call me back and ask me or tell me the fucking truth. Or like how we have Thanksgiving every Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever. We all family. Telling everybody in the family the fucking truth. We could have left this there at the mansion. Damn shit is everywhere.
And
so now I'm shaking the truth.
You look like the
You need to
bad.
speak that shit. You talking.
So So if he was watching right now, what do you want from him?
I want you to tell the truth. Stand on your square. Say what happened and own it. I don't want no money from you because I don't even ask for nothing from you anyway, unless it's once in a while. And when I do ask, it's so I can get off my feet, get the fuck out where I'm at. Or suppose I even give you a budget. I ain't asking for nothing. I could have sued you when I wanted to or ran some $20 million shit on you. No, I asked for your word and your help. And you want to slay me? Pay for that. That's enough for me because you can't pay me enough money or do anything for me to erase the fucking pain you already caused. And you already knew I already had childhood fucking trauma, so why would you add to that? So I'm gonna need you to just say you apologize. And know that. So every little girl can understand that you should make a man apologize on his word. Fuck his money, his fame. His word is his bond, right? So stand on it. And then let everybody else around him think twice. I know my purpose is once this is out and this is it, I'm going to teach this to every little girl in every little school, preschool, high school, colleges. Don't ever let this shit fester that long. Family always sweeps shit under the carpet. Incest, fucking all kinds of shit. That's what they
Real talk, no name. You fucked your cousin and you both liked it. That's what it is. Yeah, this RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan cousin. Hold on a second. Hello. Yes.
Hey, Michael. My name is Sam. How are you?
I'm doing fine, Sam. How you doing?
I'm also good. Thanks for asking. My God bless you with good health. Thank you so much for asking, sir. Well, sir, actually, this call is regarding the home warranty plan. Are you a homeowner?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. So, sir, this service cover all the major and minor repairs in your home system and appliances like your fridge, oven, dryer, plumbing system, electrical system, something like that stuff. If they were break down due to normal wear, we will repair them. And sir, now the best part of this plan, we are offering replacement policy. So right now, I'm giving you the promotional option, and I do believe before making any kind of decision, first you would like to know the coverage and the cost of coverage with promotion, right?
Yes. I just had one question. Can I nut in your wife's mouth with this big dick? Habib. Yeah, you try to scam me, you bitch ass nigga. You ain't getting me with that bullshit. Let me hear the song. Come on, sing it, Habib.
Man, are you crazy?
Yeah, you crazy. You thought you had you one. You thought you had you one, didn't you? Yeah, motherfucker. You thought you had you one. Nah, you ain't getting me, motherfucker.
Are you crazy?
Listen.
Yeah.
I never fucked an Indian woman before. Let me fuck your girl. I'm gonna make sure she washed up first, though. I heard y'all stink. You hung up, motherfucker.
They do. And if the money long enough, they ain't gonna say shit. No, I gotta tell you, I got characteristics and I have a heart and I'll die for it.
So let me ask you something. Do you feel like when you were 18, he was kind of like grooming you or prepping you?
Yes, I do. And if I wasn't watching this silly shit on TV, I'm like, wow. I was even places where they was taking the supposed tunnels. Like, I'm sitting there like, damn, crying my eyes out like you was there. And these your fucking cousins, niggas. These ain't no niggas that you signed a rap deal with. This ain't Foxy and Jay. This is your mother's fucking nephew. These is grown-ass men. Really? And the sad part is the family hated me when I was on tour with them. And these motherfuckers didn't even know what I was really up under. I didn't even know what I was up under. I look at my pictures when I was in Cali. I look at all out the history. It breaks my heart. And I look at my daughters. They would never, ever do a rap deal. I would have to have extra. No rap, no entertainment. I would have to have supervision, like on them, sleep with them, because this shit is funny.
So let me ask you something, Tay. Let me ask you something. When at what point?
Weird.
What point did you feel like this is wrong? Like, what the hell is going
It
on?
was always felt that way, but when I started, you know what it was? I started going through changes in my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to sit myself down, like, it was energies, like, I was attracting the wrong things. I was making bad choices. So I had some time alone. And I sat and took accountability for all the things, but I couldn't take accountability for that.
Listen, man, you want to get interviewed on my channel, Doggy Diamonds TV? Hit me up on IG at Doggy Diamonds. You want to hop on the special offer? This is a 35-minute interview that includes a social media promo. It could be live stream or tape, and an additional guest.
Yeah, that bitch ain't got no morals, man. I mean, she... You can't make this up. Okay. And first of all, she lying about the age thing to make it sound a little bit worse. She said she's 46 now, correct? And she said it happened in 1998. So let me see something for a second. Maybe my math is like this off. If she's 46, she was probably born in 79. She's probably going to be 47 this year. So let's just go. So you figure 98, right? Now, she said, so you figure, let's go, because she said she was 18. And what was it? What she said, 2000. Yeah, 79, 80. So she said in 2000, she said 90, 97. Yeah, she said 97, if I'm not mistaken. All right. No, she said 98. So she probably is about 19 years old. Okay. So a year of difference. How old is RZA anyway? Let me look that up. How old is the rapper RZA? Let's see. I mean, no matter what, they both was fucking dead, fucking wrong. So he's 56 years old. Okay, so he basically got about 10 years. So he was 28. She was between 18 and 19. Okay. All right. Let's get back to the interview.
Guests can be in your interview.
And I'm an accountable person. I do make fucked up choices. Even right now, my marriage, I have to keep it real. Like, my shit ain't for real, but it's like I'm learning. I'm moving myself. So
hold on. Back up. She said, I make fucked up choices even now, even in my marriage. So you're a fucked up individual. Let's just tell it like it is. Like, both of y'all fucked up. RZA fucked up and you fucked up. Because you sitting here wanting sympathy for banging your cousin. Y'all both were grown. He was just 10 years older than you, but y'all both was grown. You knew better. At 19 years old, 18, 19, you know you shouldn't be having sexual relations with your fucking first cousin. You know it. You was broke. He was in a mansion, like she said. She wanted, the money, and she liked the dick. That's basically what it was. They both were two sick individuals. Two consenting sick individuals. RZA is just as wrong as she is. So, miss me with the bullshit. Like, you're still making bad decisions now at 46. So, what are we really talking about here? What are you talking about here? Like, I guess his side of the story was y'all was at an orgy or something and it happened when he was drunk or whatever, which he's probably lying. He's lying, he was knocking her off. She got them big old lips. I can't tell what the rest of her body looked like. She looked like she's thick, like heavy set, but she's sitting down. But, it don't matter what she looked like. You shouldn't fuck your cousin. But that's basically what it was. He got used to that shit. She got used to the money. And then when he cut the money off and started treating her like she kind of said, like a side piece, now all of a sudden you feel some type of way. Get the fuck out of here. Sit your dumb ass down.
every day someone show me who they are. And I'm like, I've been seeing this for over 20, 30 years, and I never said nothing. I've been kissing it, loving it, holding it, mending it. And I'm over here breaking, and nobody calls me how I'm doing, how I'm going my marriage, how my kids is doing. If I need anything, I'm always giving. And now I'm stomping out. It ain't just him. It's my daughters. Listen, everybody get a different of me. I'm taking control of me. But I gotta start with this because this travels with me. When you see Latacia McCoy, you see Wu-Tang Clan. I can't go nowhere without that because that's my family. I don't do no rap, nothing like that. The closest to Wu-Tang Clan is I name my business Wildflower. And that's just like another version of Ghost's version of Wildflower.
Right.
So there's no Wu-Tang on my business. There's no investments from them. Everything I'm doing on my own because it reminds me that they did it on their own. I admired that. I admire to watch them work hard. I'm not trying to take nobody's crown. Or I'm trying to show accountability. And y'all see me grow up.
Right.
Every last fucking member. Before I had kids, when I was a virgin to a grown woman. So I have no shade to none of them. But
I wonder if Method Man hit it too.
my cousin, he owes accountability. Because you manipulate and you do that. And nobody's saying nothing. I'm saying something because you took a part of me just like my baby father did, my husband, every man. You're my cousin. You're a nigga I slept with. You're a person I trusted. Why don't I have to have nasty taste in my mouth for my cousin and hate him like I hate a nigga that do me dirty?
Yeah, but you've been fucking him for like 15 years in a row. What the fuck? What are we doing here? Shit, longer than that. You was fucking this motherfucker for like 20 years. Then all of a sudden you got a nasty taste in your mouth. I wouldn't be surprised if niggas. I wouldn't be surprised if a couple Wu-Tang members hit that shit too. I would not be surprised.
It should never feel that way.
Let me ask you something.
It's just alarming to me, and it just has to be said because nobody's gonna say it, and I'm not gonna continue to feel that way when I leave the house. Oh, I want to feel like I have a purpose.
Could I ask you something? This might be.
No, I wouldn't put him in R. Kelly because she was legal, but I put him in a weirdo category because it's incest. You don't sleep with your cousin. I don't condone that behavior at all. I don't give a fuck how you look. You could have been. I could find out. Let me think of a porn star I used to watch. I used to jerk off to, like Beauty Du Jour or the Bud or somebody that you really attracted to. I could find out that one of them motherfuckers is my cousin. I don't give a fuck. And she said, I want to fuck you. I don't care if we cousins. Nope. No. You don't have sex with your cousin. It's just no other way of putting that. Not blood. Now, if it's through marriage and ain't got nothing to do with no blood, then that's a different conversation. But we talking about blood? Fuck no. So he's not a pedophile, but he's a weirdo. He's a weird, incensed weirdo to have sex with his cousin. But she just as wrong as he is. Now, of course, I'm going to put a little bit more wrong on him because he's older and he know better. He definitely know better. And, he knew that his money and fame can basically get him what he wanted. He took advantage of the situation knowing that she was a fast-ass cousin that was broke, 19 years old, and he knew that he probably was attracted to her. And he figured, okay, I give her a couple dollars, she's going to slide my knob. So that's basically what that was. So I give more of the onus on him. But she's not no victim as well. So it's like a 60-40 split. 60 more of his fault, 40 her fault.
Forgive me for asking it like this, but were y'all having like protection? Was it planned?
No.
So
this
y'all
nigga is crazy. It's like, you know what? And then what's crazy to Charlie? It's like, you get something when you had accountability and choices every time, next time. It's like you had to be there. I'm not saying he fucking raped me and threw me across, but he didn't ask me the first time and manipulated me along the way so that I couldn't say no. There's a difference. I've got a lot of niggas in my pussy, you probably know. They ain't take it.
Hold up. How he manipulate you? You've been doing it for like. You've been doing it for like 10, 15 years after that. 20 years. He was fucking me for like 20 years straight. But so how's he manipulating you? You could have easily said, no, fuck that money. How about this is where we come with women not having accountability. Take accountability, bitch. You didn't have no morals. You didn't have none of that. The dick was good to you, and the money was good to you. The end.
If he wanted, he probably could have asked for it. I might have gave it to him. But you ain't gonna take it from me, humiliate me. You did something to me that you probably done to other little girls. That's just not.
She said he might. What? You hear this, girl? What the fuck? Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of wish he went on Tasha K, because Tasha K would eat her ass up. See, Doggy Dom was being gentle with her. She would have ate her ass up.
The cousin. Like, we are young like that, and girls getting that scene. I've seen him do it to other women. I don't know how they're doing, and I'm not really trying to say he's doing this to everybody, but I know that if he's done it to me, the girls that I've been around you manipulate, because it's like a fashion thing for men to have women. It's like, but you're not playing that with me. I'm your cousin, and imagine the places we travel and people didn't even know we were cousins because we look like we fucking.
Did it visibly look like y'all was in a relationship after a while? Like, did it start?
We was in Cali one time, and a publicist came. We was at the Chateau Marmont, and she asked me where was we sleeping. I said, well, I'm sleeping in the back of my cousin. And she looked at me like, oh, I thought y'all was boyfriend and girlfriend. This is my first time in California. Like, I'm looking at her weird, like, because I don't know. This is my first time out. I had this cotton dress off of fucking Pickett Avenue, like $5 for fucking.
You said Pickett, damn.
Like, my shit was.
You said Pickett.
Like, but I was always.
I could sum this woman up real easy. She was fast. She was grown. 18, 19 year grown. She was a hoe. She was broke. And she wanted to fuck her cousin, and she was getting paid and enjoying the fruits of labor of traveling with Wu-Tang. That's all this was about. And RZA was out of pocket because he should never looked at her that way. I don't give a fuck how much she was your type. That's your cousin, so she can't be your type. That's what it basically boils down to. At this point, this shit is entertainment. I'm killing time because I got to get out of here in a little while. So this has actually helped me kill time before I get dressed and go take care of my shit. But this is beautiful, like, you know, because shout out to Doggy Diamonds, man. I wish I'd have known about this earlier. I would have did the whole show on this shit. Just doing the commentary, just off of this. This shit is comedy gold. She out of pocket, boy. Out of pocket.
It's cute, you know what I'm saying? But I packed the new shit I had. I went up there with $20. I caught the plane and nobody was there. The car was
Hold on, I'm sorry to stop. I don't mean to laugh. I went out there with $20. Never mind.
Yeah. And I was happy to be with my cousin. But this lady comes, some publicist lady, and I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with her? As time go on, and I can remember that night when we was in the bed, he kind of rubbed his feet against me, but I was like, spidey senses like, nah, that nigga bugging, that ain't him. And went to sleep. That's my fucking cousin. We slept with each other for years. Because mother got 11, my mother got fucking 9, 8. We always lived together. And it was nothing new, but not like, you know, when you're being,
right.
You see what I'm saying? But I overlooked it, that red flag, and once we flew out to Europe, that was it.
So was it at any particular time where, due to unprotected sex, you ever got pregnant or anything like that?
I've gotten pregnant. I had Medicaid, so I always got rid of the fucking babies. But
by him? You got pregnant by him?
I've been pregnant by him. And you know, a lot of things I keep. And I share this with my cousin. He even asked me, like, you know, this is my baby, right? I'm like, nigga, I'm not keeping no baby. Dumping it. Like,
whoa. He said to you that
he said, we was in a limo one time, going down, I think it was Park Avenue. We was coming through the Met building. We was coming over that little bridge coming down. And I know a lot of things come to mind the more I speak of it. But it was like, I feel like he's probably a little infatuated. And I thought it was weird because I was never the type of woman to see the beauty in me and the power in me. I was just always one to hang out, really easygoing, you know, a little bashful. I'll talk some shit now, but
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I was always willing to sacrifice my happiness. I've been around my family, both his wives, his children. If you would see if you knew how I felt inside when I would come around my family, it took a lot just to smile and laugh and be the life of the party, and then go home and be so hurt that they're looking at you, rolling your eyes. They probably think there's something, but not in the thought in my mind that they're thinking that there was an orgy.
So that's what brought it. So all right. It started in Europe when you was on tour, was at a show,
right?
Y'all had intercourse on that tour too?
No, it really wasn't a tour. Some shit we was doing with Virgin Records for Dirty. And we was out there for some business for him.
And fashion, the fashion.
It was
thing, right?
Fashion Week. It was Fashion Week.
So y'all had intercourse there.
Yes, and then once we got to London, there was no interaction. But you know, when we came to the States, he ended up moving me into the. He actually moved me into the mansion.
He moved you into the mansion to. And you
to work.
All right, hold on. Time out. So who's living in the mansion?
Me and him was his wife.
You was there with his wife?
And his first wife and his children.
And he was sleeping with you when he was married? And you got pregnant then too?
No, I don't know. We've done this so many times, and well, I'm gonna say this. I've had my shit too, so you know, it's like, you know, there was a time that it could have been his baby, there was a time it could have been somebody else's baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep it all the way real. But yes, there was a time when I was pregnant by him, and I would never do that. For one, it's just I would just have morals. I try to keep it so that nothing possible could ever come out. But when I started really growing and understanding myself as a woman and things I was going through, and I would come to my family, like, you know, him first and foremost, my mother, the people I love, and to turn their back on me. And then, like, the most recent, since I've been moving in Brooklyn, the most recent argument was, I think it was 2024, last year. Yeah. Between March and that summer. And this is when the shit popped off. Me and his sister got into an argument. She called him on FaceTime. He admitted to it, but he never said anything about an orgy. This was a FaceTime call. And I was happy to hear that he admitted it. Okay. But, you know, and they didn't know I was sitting there. We were sitting in his sister's car. And she was upset with me. Oh, you're a nasty bitch. And he's nasty too. All of this. But my thing was, no one ever called me and said, Tay, are you all right? Like, what happened? Like, talk to us. Maybe we could fix this. They know my mouth. And for some reason, they probably know something may come to surface. But the idea is that why I gotta go hold this all this time and come to y'all and cry about it? I'm a grown woman. I'm looking for help. Fuck a therapist. We the problem. Let's fix it. Our children are growing up amongst us. My grand and my daughters, they love their uncles. Right. They don't even treat them how they should and be like, fuck you, what you did to my mother, XYZ. Always kept it. But I just feel like that's just probably his fucking trauma. You just loving the people who hurt you.
So when you was it a time where you said, look, I'm pregnant to him?
No.
But you was pregnant, but he knew you was pregnant.
I told him I was pregnant, and he was like, yeah, I know it's my baby. I was like, yeah, whatever. I brushed it off. It was his baby, but I never solidified it with him. To the point where if you asked him, he probably wouldn't fucking remember.
Did he want you to keep it? It was just a conversation?
No, I think he probably would want me to keep it. Damn. Yeah. It was like that. I can remember some weird shit, man. But more importantly, you know, I just want some peace with this.
So the peace for you, all right. So let me help. The
peace for me is this. I want to be able to know that this man who, in so many ways, tell the truth.
So the truth is what? So this is
truth is that you walked in my room. You went and got the whole. First of all, I had to go get a key to get into the room. But of course, everything is under your name, so you can go and get a key from downstairs at the hotel check-in. Okay, you sneak in my room, you eat my pussy, you fuck me, and then you write a letter and leave. And then you pursue me the next night. And then after that, that was that. And then you flew with me to fly to London. Now you with some other bitch that you flew in or whatever. But the idea is this. Why you had to do that shit with me? It was so, and I didn't want to go to fucking Europe. And there was no reason for me to be there. It was all the girls. It was just me, my uncle, and my two fucking cousins. Then we all family. My Uncle Ali, which is my grandmother's brother, his mother and my mother's uncle, and Dirty, which is his mother's first cousin, my mother's first cousin. This shit is like, come on, he needs to stop. So
if I'm still, you just want him to admit that?
Yeah, I want you to admit it. If you want to go around, this is what he's running around. No, I want him to say it and me, because you know what? If we want to respect you, if you want me to respect you as a man, you speaking to me on my name. My baby's got to live. Like, how's his kids under his legacy? Mine's live under mine. You did something that was wrong, that this family been festering and hiding for years, and you try to make me think it's normal, and then you want to reverse it and make it seem like it was in an inappropriate manner, as in sexual and drugs. That absolutely did not fucking happen.
Got you. So that's what bothers you. The fact that he lied and said how it happened.
I know. And the fact that not only you lied, it already happened, that we already did that. I'm already hurt by that. And then nobody's believing what I'm saying, or I'm looking for help to say, listen, I was never the whore. I didn't seduce him. I didn't make him do this. They making it seem like I'm the one who made him do, like I took advantage of him.
Oh, got you.
So it's not that. But I'm still a girl. The same little girl told my mother I was molested at 10. You fucking still ain't do nothing. The same thing is happening now.
Right.
I got my daughter. My daughter's been through some shit like that. You think I want to tell her no, it ain't happened? That fucks with your mind. I was 10. I'm 46. As an adult for my cousin, and we're a tight family. We basically know everything what the fuck is going on. When we think we don't know what's going on with each other, family. We know we may not say nothing. Why would you do that to me? And it create that type of space. I'm talented. I wanted to model. I wanted to do all these types of things. No, you want me to get my ankles cut. No, I'm a little too fat. I was everything wrong, but you trying to help and say, well, go to a gym and work out. Go do this. This is what you need to do this and that. You wasn't trying to help me grow. You want to take advantage of me sexually, rip my mind apart, and now I'm traumatized along with the other shit. And now you want to slay my integrity?
You in a domestic violence video as well, right?
Yes, and I did that because nobody wanted to do it on the set, so I jumped in and did that. That wasn't no planned shit. I was down for my cousin. Fuck, I work for him. Let me just go and do it. And then hold on, the irony in that.
Mm-hmm.
The irony in that. Who faces domestic violence by the director who created me? And I never had a domestic violence issue in my life, or not in a couple's domestic violence.
Right.
So since that video, I've been in 2 domestic violence, but once I was being bipolar in the hospital, and recently with my husband who broke my thumb, which I'm processing my divorce. And I'm saying that because this is the trauma I'm attracted, and I can't even get my husband to even see that I'm being bad. He's one, and his feelings, oh, you ain't nothing but the whore bitch, this and that, because he can't understand how to be a man. So I'm attracting these fucked up men. I'm traumatized, but I'm still trying to grow. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I don't make all the best choices. But this is my family. Even my father, I got his ass. You're the first man that's supposed to protect me. That's your nephew. My father and my mother and father was together before I was even thought, before they were even born. We family, nigga. This ain't no oh, we married in. My father never thought to say anything to this man. So I have disappointment for my father too, because
all right. So where we at, y'all? I had one up. I had one upstairs for a minute. Where we at so far? Is she still being delusional? So he said she's telling him he should be a man, but she can't be a woman to take accountability. Yeah, both of them need to take accountability. And it's a shame that she's delusional. If I'm the husband, I'm running far from her. I'm running real far. She kept messing with him because she wanted the money and she wanted the bread, and she liked having sex with him. That's obvious. It's no different if let's say it was that other, what she tried to say, RZA said, they was at a party and they got drunk and high. And you get drunk and high, and then y'all have a orgy. You didn't realize it. Okay, let's say that, sake of argument, that happened one time. Then that's when you say, "Oh shit," cause I was fucking high out my mind. This ain't happening again. But y'all kept doing it. Hey, PW, why you over here listening to my background, nigga? I was loading my gun. You out of pocket. you heard that, huh? I'm getting my stuff ready. So when I get off of here, all I gotta do is get dressed and then roll out. Yeah, and I go to certain neighborhoods, I carry certain types of firearms. It's a shame, but it's how I go. But yeah, that's do I think Vlad TV gonna reach out to her? Hell yeah! If he get cussed with this interview, You damn fucking right. He gonna reach out. She comedy gold. Shit. I wish my channel was monetized. I would reach out to the bitch. Shit. But she ain't gonna like what I gotta say. I'm gonna eat her ass up. See, I'm so cold. I might like, look, bitch. You know what I mean? I know you fucked up in the game. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hook you up with a Philly cheesesteak. You know what I mean? Get you a little gift card, Dunkin' Donuts. Come on, eat this dick. It's like, no. That motherfucker, RZA was having fun with that.
Never even spoke to. You ain't gotta hurt him or scream loud. Show that you're a man and you're there for your daughter. So now I'm fighting these things on my own, but tell you, these are the choices you're making too.
So so for the people who recap, started you at 17.
Yeah.
Just graduated high school, working at Razor Sharp receptionist. You go on a tour. He has inappropriate contact with you, which led to intercourse on the tour. No, not a tour. In Europe, y'all just was out there handling business.
Right, and then when we came back, and then let me tell you how funny it was. They ended up changing my payroll to Wu-Tang Productions, and that's when I moved to the mansion.
And then y'all continue to have encounters while his wife was living in the house.
Yeah.
Wow.
So hold on. Flag on the play. Hold up. So, no, first of all, Cashmere, that bitch would do it for $1,000. He's talking about if Vlad give her 10. Vlad ain't paying, he ain't giving no 10. He get that bitch 500,000. But hold up. So, Miss don't take accountability. He need to take accountability. You in the mansion with his wife, smiling in her face every day, and y'all having sex. Get the fuck out of here. She's not no victim. And Doggy Diamonds, she said she was 18, 19. Now you keep saying 17. Stop trying to make it lower to make it sound worse. It doesn't matter. They both were grown and they both was dead wrong. So now, shit, I gave it 60-40. Now that shit 50-50, they both wrong. Because hold up, you know this man was married and you at the crib doing it? Oh yeah, she's a cold hoe. Cold whore. Ooh wait. She is a cold goddamn whore.
So it was the strangest shit. Like, I sit back and think about it. And then one day, I went to a party in Asbury Park. And, you know, I crashed this. Okay, I'm too drunk to drive. I'm going to my cousin's house. Now, see, I'm still I'm always thinking like, this is your fucking cousin. I'm trying to show that I'm trying to be in his, I know he hurt me while I want to be in his house, to his space. I'm still processing, this is my fucking cousin. Like, he ain't on that shit like that. So I had to lock myself in one of the rooms so he wouldn't try to pursue me. Like, literally.
Was he drunk, high when he was doing it?
He ain't fucking drunk and high. Maybe he may smoke a little Bobby here and there. My cousin is a wise man.
What the hell is Bobby?
The dust shit.
Oh shit! Cause I'm like, that's what the Bobby.
But it's there, but you know, and you know, I guess during that time, you know, but I feel like he knows what he's doing. I feel like he knows I'm gonna do this. I feel like he's very well calculated, but I'm gonna do this. However it goes, it goes. Like I said, but you need to stay. How you go around Wu-Tang is for the children. How you go on the globe, and you know, with the universe makes me feel like I didn't want to do this when they was on their tours. I didn't want to do this while everybody was getting their shine because I don't want them all to be conglomerate, pushed on with this shit. Right. It has nothing to do with the rest of them.
Right.
That wouldn't be fair. But it does something to the W, but fuck that. I'm part of that W. You're not going to do that. That's supposed to be for wisdom, right? We're not going to carry that W where you can feel like you can just do what you want to the wisdom. And you're doing wickedness. And then you're trying to use it against me.
She out of pocket, yo. This broad is something else. And guess what? If RZA still wanted to knock her off, he could.
You feel like, long story short, you feel like not only did he do inappropriate things to you, he also made it to where you're the bad guy in the situation because he slandered you and was like...
Ask my mother right now about me. She'll tell you, listen, I'll be a cokehead. I'll be fucking my cousin for money. Even my sister called me drunk. She want to extort me. Talking about, I'm going to call TMZ if you will give me Rakeem's number. And make sure you send me some money. Like, where are these motherfuckers think they're going to profit off my pussy? Like, this shit is not a fucking... This is not a merch. If I knew they felt this so strongly about my shit, I would have fucking sued niggas a long time ago. I didn't know. I'm not that type of person. This shit is for real. This is not about no money. I mean, it'd be nice, but fuck that. That's not what I'm here for. Because I know I can call my cousin if I need anything. This is how I'm looking at you. You know, you don't have to take care of our family with your money. No, he's done a lot, but you're not going to take my pride and my dignity, my hurt, and manipulate people.
Right.
That's not fair.
Right.
I got legacy to make too, so I'm going to teach my children really not tolerating shit from these men. Father, brother, sister, I got brothers too. I don't play with them. Don't do that. And we got girls. I'm the only one in my family out of 21 grandkids with 3 fucking girls. And they all in different generations. I got a 30-year-old, I got a 20-year-old, and I got a 15-year-old. And I'm looking at them, and I see myself, all the years of myself in one fucking time.
Right. You see different versions of yourself in your children. Yeah, you see different versions of yourself in the children.
Yeah, so I'm trying to save those points for before she gets to this one, before that one got to that one.
Right.
I'm still traumatized, trying to heal it. I'm still fucking up with the marriage shit with my husband. Like, you know, I got my shit too, but the idea of let's heal. This is part of my healing process. I'm getting this shit out. I don't give a fuck if this shit don't hit the fucking stars. I don't care if that shit don't get the shop right across the street. I'm going to teach all the women, even men, listen, don't take it. And family, the whole thing is like it's family. It's incest.
Yes. Good.
And the fact that you're trying to cover it up. That was the wrong thing to do. Because I'm going to get this out. And you have daughters too. What if that happened to them? You gonna tell me it's okay for my son, if my sister's son to fuck your daughter? That's what you're saying. And then he could go around and say that she sucked his dick and they were in the orgy smoking weed and popping pills. And yeah. No, we gonna stop the trauma now. My daughter's got something to say, stand up. Say that shit right now. If it's a cousin, brother, baby, father, husband, listen, we're gonna get to it. Because I don't want to tell my daughter that my mother told me when I was 10, oh, it wasn't enough, you know what you're talking about. Now, bro, you told me the same shit with your nephew? No. This ain't that. Homeboy would say, Tyrone.
Yeah, she do give me them Jaguar Wright vibes and shit. She definitely do.
Shout out to Tyrone.
Tell you, I hope you
Yeah.
feel better by speaking. I hope you I think we need to talk more because it seemed like you don't really got nobody to talk to. It just really seemed like you really didn't have nobody to vent to.
No one will listen.
Doggy Dom would think he's slick. He gonna get some of that head too.
Because it's like, you know, you go through therapy and shit, and you talk to a therapist, and it's like, what they really hired for? They don't know you.
Yeah, she definitely looked like she was doing some drugs. I see it. I can see it in her face, in her mouth. I definitely, yeah. Oh yeah, she got that smoker head.
It wasn't there.
Right.
You want the people who's there, like your dog, your cat, your mom.
Oh yeah,
Right.
she was definitely. Oh, I see it in her mouth. I'm from the streets. I know she was doing some hard drugs at one time. See, everybody think motherfuckers that do coke or crack that you automatically skinny. No. I know a lot of thick crackheads. Yeah, she definitely dibbled and dabbled. I see it. It's a certain thing with her mouth.
The people who know, the people who tell you, oh, you wrong for that, you're not but a hoe. If you want to say that, if you want to be so nasty to me, why you can't hold me and tell me it's going to be okay, we're going to figure it out.
Right.
That's my mom. I don't fuck with nobody in my family.
Yeah, but the fact that her mom and them telling her that, she's not taking accountability. I can tell that, you know, she's getting emotional, she's about to cry, but she's not taking accountability for her actions. And I think her mom know that she got a lot of shit with her too. And this is not absolving RZA because RZA did this as nasty as her, but it's like, take your accountability. You know, you knew what you were doing and you did it for a long period of time because that's something that you wanted to do and you benefited from it. And it's like, you know, that was the case. Why are you having so much trouble in your marriage now? Because she kept saying, I got my shit with me. Yeah, we know. So it's like, come on. It's like, come on with this shit, man.
I had to pull back because they all were him.
And what is he saying at this particular
I
point?
don't know what he's saying no more.
Okay, right.
The last time I spoke to him, he told me, oh, my sister Cherie, she's just miserable. And mind you, she the one that started the fucking Hulu series. How would you say that about her? She took care of all our babies. That's my baby. I love her for death. But she was trying to convince me, oh, my brother loves you. No, that shit ain't right. Somebody need to talk to that man. Nobody's saying nothing.
Gotcha.
I gotta be humiliated when I see his wife. Beautiful girl. You the new bitch. You just bitch this shit been on before you got here. How you get up here and turn your fucking nose up?
So,
I mean, messy.
So to the family,
Hey, that Kit Kat shit, we friends here. No, bitch, I'm Tasha.
Could I ask you? So to the family, you looked as the girl who's the Jezebel
I look like Cousin
spirit.
Faith.
I don't know who that is.
Cousin Faith from fucking Soul Food.
You looked so. I don't still know who that is.
Somebody said that shit one time. They was like, "Tell you the new Cousin Faith."
So you looked at the Jezebel spirit who manipulated your cousin RZA to sleep with him, and that's what you sleeping with him for.
Yeah, I was sleeping for money. I'm jealous of his wives. Let me tell you something, honey. And you know the funny shit, these bitches act funny. Start to call them bitches. You know they act funny with me too. And if I was his wife, if I heard my husband was going through something like that, I wouldn't pull his cousin to the side and spoke to him. Why you want to throw me shade every time you with your man? I remember when he met you. It's like we go so far back. I know all your baby mothers. I don't got no disrespect to none of them, but I was there, so don't play with me. If you knew there was a problem, instead of y'all carrying it like, oh, he just fucked her, I ain't shit. Why can't you see there's a problem going on? Because we women at the end of the day. So you rather let your husband run around with a fucking narrative about his cousin, and you've been with the nigga over 25 years. Fuck all that pretty shit. Let's get cute off this shit, bitch. We from Brooklyn, Staten Island. Listen, a heart is a heart when you're a woman. It don't matter where you from. But you didn't even think to say, Tay, let me talk to you for a minute. That's your husband. So if he got to sleep with his fucking cousin, his female cousin, God knows what else she fucking comfortable with when sleeping with. When do we heal each other as women? My cousins. You know my mom was on drugs. My aunt was never drug head. Why we never come together and comfort each other in different ways that we don't see sometimes? But y'all always want to be over here at a show or want to be over here acting like my brother doing this. And listen, where's the essence? All this Botox and want to be... No. Where is the love for ourselves? Why we mad when we go places, gotta act funny or guest listen? Fuck, we family, nigga. We all we had. Remember that big ass pot of grits? The video he made? That shit is for real. Where do we go wrong and it hurts me because I got levels to this shit.
Right.
And I'm growing out of it because this is giving it. This is all given, grown, Latasha. Like, y'all can't play with me. My mind no more. I'm letting all that shit go. Because if I ain't love me, I would be still sitting here calling my cousin, I need help with this. Or trying to be here and there. Back over my husband, going a whole fucking $1 million home at the block. I'm in my Section 8 apartment. Yes, the fuck I am. So I got that through domestic violence. Let me just give you a little bit of tea on me. But I'm doing what I'm doing.
But you seem like one thing I respect about you that I'm hearing, because one thing that I have to say for the record, like, I guess we have to say you are the first person to say it, so I gotta say alleged because I can't say it really happened, but I just gotta
say allegedly. We could say whatever it is. I wouldn't even care if this shit wouldn't go across the fucking ferry. I know what happened. He do. If he want to keep that now, he was in an orgy. I'm gonna need receipts for that. And if that didn't happen, tell the fucking truth.
Right. So do you want people to be able to reach you?
Yes, I want them to know. Yep, because I don't know who know what about me. If the whole family can walk around act like that with me, everybody needs to know about you. So we can put all our cards on the table. I put all my shit down. I give you my DNA too. And my DNA is O positive. So I'm gonna save you and your fucking family. But can't none of y'all save me if I need y'all. See how that go?
So you don't have social media. You don't have
my social media, but I wasn't trying to blast it like that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't
soft entry, but it's like
I don't want nobody to stalk you and get. I'd rather. This is what
you know what I worry about? My children and they gotta go to school. Because my children.
Well, if you're worrying about your kids, then what the fuck are you on Doggy Diamonds television for? Like, oh my god, I can't hear no more of that. It's just about at the end anyway. I'm about to get my ass off here so I can get dressed. But in closing arguments. God bless her, man. God bless her. That's all I can say. I mean, Doggy Diamond think he's slick though. He gonna get some of that head and shit. She out in New York too. Doggy Diamond's like shit. So can you show me how you did your cousin RZA? You know, just for research purposes. Can you just show me like how did you suck it back then, so I can know, you know, I can understand. All right, doggy diamond, out, you know, she it's like, no, let me stop. But damn RZA. Damn RZA. Damn RZA. God damn it, RZA. I can't fucking believe you're knocking off your cousin, bro. God damn it. Your first cousin, that's what makes it worse. That's a first cousin is damn near like a sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? I'm telling you, Mike, you ain't never lied, man. He said her head game probably A1. I can tell it is. She got that drug mouth. I'm telling you, man. That them lips. That's why RZA couldn't get enough of that shit. She all loud mouth. You know that motherfucker. Listen, one thing about them ghetto ass women, they can fuck. They good at that. That's why they be having a bunch of kids. They can fuck and suck. But all jokes aside, it's a shame though. You know, they both were wrong. I hope she gets some help. I hope he gets some help because he needs help too doing that shit. Like I said, I remember a long time ago, I met a cousin. She was like a second or third cousin. And we didn't know we were cousins. We were tracking to each other and we were like flirting. And then once we found out that we were cousins, that shit ceased immediately. Nothing never happened. You know what I mean? I was like, no, I don't give a fuck if you're a third, fourth cousin. You still cousin. You family, that's family. That's it. But I couldn't imagine even looking at a first cousin at all. Like that's blood. Like you my fucking mom, sister, child. Like, are you fucking kidding me? God damn, now I want to see if any more videos on this shit. If RZA spoke on it, you can't make this shit up, man. God damn, RZA. I could have saw he said no name said had him screaming from the head. That's some shit I expected ODB to do. When Old Dirty Bastard was alive, I could see him doing some sick shit like that, fucking with his cousin. But I didn't see that from RZA, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, she a soul snatcher. I know a soul snatcher when I see her. When I see one, that's a soul snatcher. Jesus Christ. Wow. Anyway, thank y'all for rocking with your boy, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me for the whole 3 hours. Hit the like button. And I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man. Yeah, 23 said, RZA said, swallow it. He said, oh, baby, please, 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 please. Oh. It's like, no, we ain't gonna make no jokes out of this shit. Swallow it. Damn, RZA. I'm a clown that nigga though. Yeah, I mean, I might make a video later, man, because he can't get off the hook for this shit. For real. I don't listen. And then not being facetious, but she's not even cute. So not that matters, but like a person probably would have gave him 5% pity if she was like drop dead gorgeous. But she had a bad wig on. She doesn't. Y'all go look at the video of Doggy Diamond. You see what I'm talking about. She's not even cute. Like I don't. What the fuck? RZA out of pocket, man. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna clown his ass, man, because you 28, she 18. That's your little cousin, bro. You don't do that, bro. I don't give a fuck if she was drop dead gorgeous and she said, RZA, I don't care how she look. That's your blood, man. That's your fucking blood. Yeah, she a freak. I know she a freak. No, I believe her story too. I don't think she's lying. She's just not taking accountability. She's trying to make it seem like he just the only wrong one. No, bitch, you was fucking with him. You said yourself when he was married with a wife in the crib. So y'all both was being freaky. But yeah, let me get my oh man. She definitely a freak. You ain't never lied. Shit, let me get off of here and shit, man. I'll go find that bitch. Get her suck my dick. All right, anyway, y'all have a good one.